Inspectors race 6, first leg of that big quaddie. All clear races 7 and 8, and race number 9 at a 10:15. Scratching is number 6, Mega Speed. So meeting code 5 for the Auckland Trotting Club Racing at Alexandra Park tonight. And taking us through the action at the park is Craig Thompson. Craig, good evening to you. Nice to be working with you again as we get set for another night at the park.
Yeah, good evening, Mark, and to the viewers as well. Lovely night at Alexandra Park, Mark. I know the weather forecast is not that great, but at this stage, very mild and fine above. We've had a qualifying heat where they qualified quite easily in good time, so the track's running pretty fast. Expecting good racing here tonight, Mark, and I expect a couple of horses to follow out of the meeting. We'll touch on them a little bit later on. Our feature tonight, looking forward to that. No Doctor Needed, 175 off the 35-metre mark, takes on a couple of Barry Purdon representatives that we love seeing back at the track and Start Dreaming an Ideal Bell, and you're chucking Little Rascal and Zach Maguire in there. It's going to be a really competitive race. The standing start, the key over the 2,700 metres. My best bet of the night, a horse I thought good enough to probably take on the Sires Stakes heat next Thursday at Cambridge in Star Galleria. Outstanding trial last Saturday, Mark. The draw is the concern, won the second row in race number 2, number 9, but I think he's far better than a Class 1 horse tonight. He was $1.90 or $1.85. I think he's shortened slightly. I expect him to go very close in race number 2 tonight. Did a multi for you. Going to go outside the square in a couple of races. Do like Killer Queen tonight along with Miss Daisy in race number 4 tonight, but Killer Queen $5 was $8, has shortened up considerably here. Race 4, number 9, Killer Queen. I like Kill Lady. Big Mac's come out. Kill Lady is very well placed in this race. I thought nice place bet at the 270. And a lot of talk about Samaritan. First up for the Stephen Reed barn, former Ray Green runner, going around in race number 8 tonight. Multi that up, 2 wins in a place. That $20 could get you around about $590 odd in the multi tonight. 504, 1505 and 508. We'll be back for the first mark in around about 5 minutes, where we'll talk to John Dunn and Sean Grayling.
Good on you, Craig. Looking forward to rejoining you for that. And with the Kiwi Punters Championship in the 2 heats tonight, looking at the pictures from Tom Wood, who's hosting in Petone, certainly looking fairly nice down there for all of the teams, and I'm sure that the room will be packed at Alexandra Park as well for the Auckland heat, and we will endeavour to keep you up to date with the leaderboard as those heats go on. Top 3 in each Kiwi Punters Champ heat qualify for the final on show day at Addington. $2,000 to the winner of each heat tonight as well. If you'd like to enter into a future heat at Addington or Auckland, head to addington.co.nz. First from the park in 9.5 minutes. We'll be there after the second event from Ipswich. Maiden race over the 431. Favourites number 4, Lots of Time at $3 with the bookies. Option 342. 3 Spying Games at 4s. Both of these dogs are on debut. Lots of Time is a bitch by Cosmic Rumble out of Queenie's Size, and 3 Spying Game is a dog by Lochinvar Marlowe out of Classy Dresser. Of the other runners that are in single figures, number 7, Sagala, and 6, Zabdon Bluey. Sagala's also having its first race day appearance, a bitch by Lochinvar Marlowe out of Nunavut Star, and 6, Zabdon Bluey's had the 1 start. That was here at Ipswich, ran 6th. Should be fitter for that. Was beaten 13 lengths on debut, but should be better for that, and at least has some experience around the track race night. So the second event, if you're punting here, it is meeting code number 34. Matt Nichols has gone 3, 7, 2 and 1. He likes the look of Spying Game, 3, 7, 2 and 1. And our caller is Dean Jones. We'll join him momentarily for this second event. His tips are 3, 7, 4 and 6. So both of our tipsters have gone for the debutante from the White Trap, box 3, Spying Game. 7, Sagala, right up there in the black box. 4, Lots of Time, and 6, Zabdon Bluey. 3, 7, 4 and 6 for Dean Jones in race number 2, but it's looking to be quite tight in terms of the market, really, with a closing in on $4 favourite, the 4, and then a couple around the $5 mark in 3 and 6. We'll head to the track. Here's Dean Jones at the Ipswich Showgrounds.
Favourite here is Lots of Time, $3.90. It's $3.80 you bet fixed. Zabdon Bluey's now pressing it though. It's at $4.10. It's $5 fixed. There's not much between that pair. You've got Spying Game and Frosty BJ on the each way line with Kamari Maria. As the lure rolls, this is race 2. Set. Racing. Frosty BJ began fast. Zabden Bluey flew the lids. It'll lead Zabden Bluey. From going to second was Frosty BJ. Then we had lots of time. Well back in the field was Sagala with Happy Glenna. Then we had Rosju Lombo, Spying Game, and Kamari Maria was last. In front, Zabden Bluey leads by 2. Happy Glen's coming out after it quickly with Frosty BJ. In front was Zabden Bluey. Frosty BJ trying hard, but Zabden Bluey holds on. It's won Zabden Bluey by 2 lengths. 2. Second was Frosty BJ. Third, either lots of time, Sagala or Happy Glen, who are all there. Then Kamari Mia and Spying Game, who are near the tail end of the field. And the time, 25.50 for the second. Zabden Bluey has been too strong. Number 6. And it'll pay $4.10 and $1.90 from one Frost.
Paid around about $5.50 on our commingled tote with Victoria. 6, 1, 4 and 8, the race day experience of Zabden Bluey, the one start prior, helps it out to get success in race number 2 from Ipswich. Now Alexandra Park, race number 1. We are 6 minutes away from a start. Craig, we're back with you with Ra Reza, a 220 favourite.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. We'll talk to Sean Grayling, stable representative for the Barry Purdon team. I was going to catch up with Barry, but he's not on track at this stage. So we got Sean as a replacement. Of course, he drives Jack's Legend. He'll talk about him and Ra Reza and also the stable reps later on in the program. Good field, the first, Mark. I think there's a couple of progressive maidens in here. Jack's Delight, this one beautifully bred, out of Larissa Rose. Makes her a half to Joanne's Delight, of course, a Group 1 winner. And it does have the family ability. Trialled very nice last Saturday. Of course, Ra Reza's in here. Cowboys and Aliens. This one out of a Jules winner. And Cowgirls and Indians. Jeff Small trains, David Butcher takes to drive. So this is a very good field, race number 1, as we get the result of Ipswich Dogs meeting 34, race number 2 on screen, 6, 1, 4 and 8. 550, 190, 150, 190. Quinella paid 21.80. Trifecta 614, 122.80. And the first 4, 6, 1, 4 and 8, $642.60. The double tonight, 1 and 6, 15.20. 1 and 4 concession, $6.50. That horse on screen, I think the horse to beat. His name is Jack's Legend. His driver, Sean Grayling. John, thanks. Night to Oklahoma Thunder. I thought he qualified like a nice maiden. Just things didn't go right in his first day. Sean, thanks for your time tonight. Talk about your drives and the stable interests as well. In the first, you drive Jack's Legend. He looks a nice maiden. Yeah, he is. He's a very nice maiden. Quite a progressive type in that. It's his first run today, so whatever he does, he's going to improve off. And then hopefully we go on forwards to the size stakes heats and see how we go from there. Obviously good enough to look at a size stakes heat. He's obviously going to be competitive in a maiden. Watching his trial on Saturday, he looked to get home really well. Yeah, he did. The boss, Barry, drove him and he sort of looked after him and that. Got him home and he really rattled home late on the piece, so he was happy. He was over the moon with him, really. Ra Reza had this 2 starts, much better last start, Sean, and got a nice draw. Yeah, she's got a lovely draw. She went real good last start. She sort of out parked and wide and that, come around the last bend and that, but she still kept fighting and come home good. And the good draw today, hopefully she can be up and handy and should be hard to catch. Yeah, 2 very strong chances in the first from the Barry Purdon barn. Ra Reza, 221.50. The stablemate Jack's Legend, 381.40. He's very green, Jack's Legend. What I can tell you about him is workout last Saturday, very, very strong. Hit the line well. Prior to that, the week before, Zach Butcher, who's away on holiday at the moment, hit the line very well into 4th. Made up a lot of ground in a very quick last half. So I think Jack's Legend following out the stablemate Ra Reza is going to get a lovely run. Need to talk to John Dunn. He's on the outsider in the first, Oklahoma Thunder. John, thanks for your time tonight. To Oklahoma Thunder, I thought he qualified like a nice maiden. Just things didn't go right in his first start. No, they didn't, which is hopefully from the draw it can get things right tonight, Craig. And he went to the workouts last week at Pukekohe and he trialled very nice. So if he does that today, saying that there's a couple of nice maidens in there, so but he should be thereabouts. He's a nice horse, Oklahoma Thunder. He got it completely wrong first up and had a gallop. Since then, they went to the trials last Saturday. And what I liked about him, he actually got off the gate to lead in his workout now. They changed a little bit of gear on him tonight. If he can hold up from barrier number 1 tonight and stay handy, Oklahoma Thunder, the best roughie in the race for me at around about $21. Not the worst first 4 chance, an outside winning chance in the first for the Robert Dunn team. I marked them 10 on top to beat 9 Cowboys and Aliens. Lovely type by Some Beach Somewhere. A little bit weak early on. The last 2 or 3 trials has got better and better. Have a look at him there. Son of Some Beach Somewhere. This one for the Bruce Carter Bloodstock Limited, along with Janine Cole and, of course, Ross Johnson. Lovely looking type, isn't he? Now, he's going to rely on what Oklahoma Thunder does off the gate, but I'm predicting John's going to try and punch out from the inside. If David can follow through and stay handy, great chance of getting money in the first, and you're getting a price. $9.32.40, $6 the book when it opened last night. So far better the tote shopping now if you're going to back number 9, Cowboys and Aliens. I thought of the rest, Rariza, nice draw for the mare by Courage Under Fire, and Oklahoma Thunder from the inside. As I said, around the $20 mark. He's not the worst, this bloke. Probably 6 months away talking to John off screen, but good enough to get some money here. There is runner number 8, Rory McIlroy. David Butcher's driven in its last 2 starts, of course, with his association with Jeff Small here. He'll drive Cowboys and Aliens, and Scott Phelan will pinch hit tonight on the Son of Grin from Ear to Ear. He was quite good for 3rd behind Spring Campaign last start. Got a lovely run and hit the line quite nicely. Willie Fleming, of course, had a win last week with Ringy Rang Do. Let's get upstairs to Aaron White and say a very good evening to him for race number 1 tonight. The Kiwi Punters Champs, 16th and 30th of September. Mobile Pace. Aaron, as I say, a very good evening to you. I think this is going to be a very good form race, the first. A couple of nice, exciting debut runners.
It certainly will be. A very good evening to you, evening to everybody around this great nation of ours as well. And, of course, all of our Kiwi Punters Champs teams in on track tonight, gunning for the first prize of $2,000 tonight, plus the top 3 teams gain entry into the Rich Spoils, the Cup Week at Addington. So our 3 heats, as you mentioned, the 16th tonight, then the 30th of September, and then the 14th of October. In the first, I was with 10 Jack's Legend here, Craig, the Better's Delight gelding. Like what I've seen from him on the trial track, Sean Grayling for Barry Purd, and its stablemate Rariza found the line well when 3rd here 2 weeks ago, and behind Gotta Go Darley Queen. Brent Mangos will do the driving. Classy American. He's performed well at the trials, an American Ideal colt. This has been a good family for the Richardsons over the years, out of Classic Vicoldo. Plenty of these have gone across to West Australia and performed with aplomb across there. Nicky Chilcott will do the driving for Ron Richardson. And 9 Cowboys and Aliens, just with that tricky inside second row draw. David Butcher will be my 4th selection. 10, 2, 5 and 9. But yes, Craig, as you mentioned, this is one of those races that will certainly produce winners over the upcoming weeks here at the park.
Thanks, Aaron. Pool's quite good for the first at this stage. We've got around about $20,000 in the win pool. You've got time to play into race number 1. It starts a treble as well. Leg number 2, Star Galleria made the best of the night. Gee, it trialled up super this horse last Saturday. I know it's going to need luck, but boy, if it gets fresh air, it'll hit the line strongly. Debut win was exceptional. I reckon he's gone on with it, and he'll head to a size stakes heat next week. So it's going to be a very good Thursday evening at Cambridge Raceway with, I think, a pick 6 guaranteed at $150,000 as well after only being partially struck last night. I think Star Galleria, if you want some cover, Spring Campaign, Billy Badger, but I expect Star Galleria to go close. 3rd leg of the treble tonight as we've got a little bit of work being done on runner number 6, Eyelash Round at the start. I thought you definitely need Blood and Whiskey. Talking to John Dunn, gave it a good chance tonight. King of the Roses was great first up at the park. George and Rain Day Jatan if you want to go a little bit wider in race number 3 tonight. We'll catch up with Kyle Marshall prior to race number 4 tonight. Talk to him about his drives later in the program, including the likes of Charlemagne. Also, Robert Argue. We haven't had him on screen to date, and we'll talk about his drive in the last. Speedy Lavros, and also the family runner in Precious Moment from the Argue team. So the Argue's got 2 in the last. Robert will drive Speedy Lavros, and Stephen will drive Precious Moment. We'll catch up with Robert prior to the last tonight. Looks like this horse may be heading round back to the birdcage for race number 1. I'm not sure what the problem is, but we're going to have a delay for the first. So you've still got time to get involved. That treble pool, around about $16,000 for race number 1 tonight. Of course, the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge tonight. Tony Hurley is a $2.30 favourite. Now, Tony's got pretty good book of drives. He's got a stable runner, King of the Roses, pretty short in the trot, but he picks up Star Galleria, pinch hitting tonight for Zach Butcher, who's, if you're looking for drivers tonight, they're not here. I can tell you Simon Lawson is away along with Josh Dickey and Zach Butcher. They're holidaying in, of all places, Las Vegas, I believe. So we're short on drivers here tonight, so not a bad drive for Tony Hurley to pick up race 2, number 9, Star Galleria. Of course, he's got the Stephen Reed trained Samaritan later in the program as well, as long as King of the Roses. So he's 2.30. Todd Mitchell, 4.40. Now, he's lost a drive tonight. Double Odino, unfortunately, a late scratching. So Todd Mitchell, 4.40. Brett Mangos, 4.40. John Dunn, 8.50. He's probably not got any standouts tonight. But what I can tell you prior to pick 6 tonight, asked John what his best of the night was. He said Miss Daisy. So those who are taking pick 6s tonight and want to take one early, we'll hear from him prior to that race. But those are sitting down and having your dinner now and you're working out a pick 6 around about 6.30 tonight, make sure you're chucking Miss Daisy in the pick 6 tonight. Gave it a decent push. Said the horse is very forward. Expect a big run tonight. And, of course, coming off the Jules last start will be a big chance tonight. Miss Daisy going around race 4, number 7. I think she's around about $3.80. So maybe Killer Queen, Miss Daisy in the first leg. That horse going back on the track at the moment, so we won't be too far away from race number 1. We're not far away from the dogs. They'll be hard on the back of the first here up to race number 6. Favourite here is a Brilliant Jailer at 3.20 on the fixed odds. Money also for Raging Demon from the White Rug and also Corborn Frost from box number 7. So the Wanganui Dogs hard on the back here of Alexandra Park. They'll take around 2.45 to run race number 1 over the 2,200 metres. So get your investments on as early as you can and don't miss out from the 6th race at the Wanganui Dogs. That horse is back round at the start, so we're on start time for the first. Favourite Rariza, 250, 130. Stablemate Jack's Legend, 370, 160. And your third favourite in race number 1 tonight is Poppy Drayton, 720, 210. Let's head upstairs. Join Aaron White, the voice of the North, for the call of the first.
The runners brushing up and behind the yellow bar arm for the first of 9 tonight. It's tie night at Alexandra Park. Plenty of people booked in to the Tasman room tonight, taking in the delicacies of Thailand, served up by our wonderful chefs here at Alexandra Park. End of the lane, 2 1/4 laps to open the card. Green light. Racing, Lincoln Superstar out nicely with Rariza back on the inside, Oklahoma Thunder. They're followed out then by Macton Knife and Classy American, Cowboys and Aliens back in the field to Rock and Roll Chapel back on the inside. Poppy Drayton's been taken back in the field, as Eyelash and back last from its wide draw. Rory McIlroy, they've skirted around the stables corner their first occasion, and Rariza, the first favourite of the night, leads away a couple. Oklahoma Thunder with Lincoln Superstar third and Park, Cowboys and Aliens fourth and 3 back on the marker line. They're followed then by, in the 1-1, is Jack's Legend, the debutant by Better's Delight, 2 lengths off its back. So they pace through the back. Was Rock and Roll Chapel, Eyelash a length to its inside. Then Classy Americans got the back of Rock and Roll Chapel in a lead time of 42.7 as they work off the back. Back in the field, Macton Knife against the marker line, Poppy Drayton and Rory McIlroy as they sweep across the showground One's turn, 1,300 to go. Rariza, Brent Mangos leads Lincoln Superstar, Oklahoma Thunder, Jack's Legend 1-1. Cowboys and Aliens trapped away 3 back on the inside. They're followed by Rock and Roll Chapel as Poppy Drayton and the Wizard Todd Mitchell slide forward out 3. Rory McIlroy tracks that into the race, 31-5 the opening quarter. Back in the field then was Mac the Knife in the last pair, going to be up on the outside, Classy American of Mac the Knife just in front of those Eyelash. So they head out to the 900 metres and around the stables corner. Their final time, Rariza leads. Rory McIlroy's got to the chair, Oklahoma Thunder trailing, and 1-1 now Poppy Drayton. Cowboys and Aliens 3 back on the inside, then Lincoln Superstar. They're followed back on the inside as they pace into the back as Eyelash second quarter in 30.5. Back in the field then Jack's Legend with Mac the Knife. Further back is Rock and Roll Chapel looking to take off now for the Iceman Tony Hurley, and back with that Classy American. Rariza to the end of the back straight, a length clear from Rory McIlroy, Oklahoma Thunder, and the 1-1 Poppy Drayton coming forward. Jack's Legend, Cowboys and Aliens back on the inside between runners. Lincoln Superstar, Rock and Roll Chapel out wide, a back straight quarter 30.8. Back in the field then to Classy American, Eyelash and Mac the Knife as they come for home. Rariza with Rory McIlroy right there. Poppy Drayton comes back to the passing lane. Jack's Legend starting to open up nicely into the hopples. Rariza, Jack's Legend powerfully down the outside. Poppy Drayton on the passing lane. Rariza, Jack's Legend, though he's going to do this in pretty good fashion too. Jack's Legend and Sean Grayling beating out its stablemate Rariza. Poppy Drayton third. Photos fourth. We've got Rock and Roll Chapel right there. Rory McIlroy, Classy American all in a line. They were followed Cowboys and Aliens. Further back Mac the Knife and Eyelash and Lincoln Superstar, Oklahoma Thunder 243.3. Final quarter 27.6. Oh, he's a lovely example of Bettor's Delight. Jack's Legend, a gelding, Sean Grayling and Barry Purdon, and when Sean asked him to come out of the 1-1 and get after stablemate Rariza, he's really hunted her down strongly. Poppy Drayton there for a second, and the fourth across there would have been Rory McIlroy and Scott Phelan to make up the first four. Rariza for second, Poppy Drayton in for a third to open.
Official placings race 1, the Kiwi Punters Champs on the 16th and 30th of September and the 14th of October mobile pace. 10, 2, 7, 8, 11, 5. 10, 2, 7, 8, 11, 5. Horse 10, Jack's Legend, paced the 2200 metres on debut in 243.31. Mile rate of 159.4. Last 858.5. The 427.6. The margins are neck. 1 1/4 lengths, 5 1/2 lengths, 10, 2, 7, 8, 11, 5. All official race 1, the Kiwi Punters Champs mobile pace.
Yeah, lovely win by Jack's Legend on debut. Katrina Purdon, Terry Henderson, Monty Baker, Clearview Racing number 1 Syndicate and Solid Gold Standard Breds along with Mrs. C. Norsbaum, the owners. Barry Purdon trained out of Clevedon and Sean Grayling back at the head of the field. Opens tonight in pretty good fashion after some good workout form around Jack's Legend, and debuts strongly a Bettor's Delight, Larissa Rose Brown 3-year-old gelding. The estate of Jack Smolinski, the breeders there of Jack's Legend, the opening winner on the card. David Turner down there, part of the victory celebrations, a race night steward here of the Auckland Trotting Club. 2 Rariza to make it a Barry Purdon Quinella. Courage Under Fire, stunning bay 4-year-old mare for Studhome Bloodstock Limited. RJ McDonald and Jay Fanslow. Brent Mangos was in the sulky, and 7 Poppy Drayton, third. Better's Delight Brown, 3-year-old filly out of Shannara. SB and Mrs. A.M. Phillips, the owners. Gareth Dixon trained at Pukekohe. Todd Mitchell. Totes in the first, 10 Jack's Legend, $3.50 into $1.50, $3.50, $1.50. 2 Rariza, $1.30, $1.30, and 7 Poppy Drayton, $2 even, 2 even. Quinella, $4.10, $4.10, Trifecta, $48.20, $48.20. The opening first four, $427.90, $427.90. Dawson Harford and Partners Mobile Pace, the second over 2,200 metres to open the early quaddie and the first of our doubles tonight. Take out 10 Chevron Zizi and also 13 Master of Escape come out of the second. Star Galleria number 9, $2 into $1.60 the favourite. 1 Charleston Bell, $7.42.10. 2 Spring Campaign, $7.50 $1.60. 6 Billy Badger, $9.50 and $2.10. Good luck with your bets in the second. We're timed to go in around quarter of an hour, and that'll be at 7 minutes to 7 o'clock.
Followed by the C3 sprinters, the first couple of legs. We'll take a look at that 7th event. Sammy Baxter's drawn the 5 for John McInerney and Troy Provost. Kennelmate, Homebush Page, had 2 starts in the CD, is coming back from C3 into C2. Missing Allegro Favourites, having its 3rd run this time in Class 2, start number 17. Did place at Auckland 3 back. Went to Auckland on Sunday and placed again in behind Lord de Year. One of Lisa Ahern's visitors to Auckland at the weekend. Had the outside trap, comes back into trap 2 for this one. A position where she's won from before. She's had the 3 placings from there. That's the closest in she's been drawn. She's never been from box 1, but she has won from the black and white. 380 with bookies, 450 for number 1 Opawa Math for Nathan Udy, and Opawa Racing is the dog which has drawn that inside alley. It's been running some good races from the inside before, and it gets back in there again tonight. The Gardens, they're around about 3 minutes off. Race number 4, meeting code is 31. Favourites number 1 Benno, $2.50 on fixed odds, having its 3rd start. Placed 2nd at a qualifying trial here on the 2nd, and then last week here at the Gardens had a tote race and ran 2nd. Can it go one better tonight? We'll find out after the break.
Dual Australian Group 1 winner Road to Rock is enjoying fantastic
The Gardens in Newcastle. That's where we turn our attention to next. In fact, it's a busy day in Newcastle. The Newcastle Cup's about to run on trackside 2. They're all in the gates for that one on TS2, Newcastle Cup. And not too far away from the Broadmeadow track is the Gardens, Newcastle's Greyhound venue. So it'll be interesting to see if they hold for the Newcastle Cup, which is 2,200 metres. If that's the case, then you have a couple of minutes to get your money on for race number 4, meeting 31. Number 1, Bendigo, 270 fixed odds, 350 for number 8, Harperama, $6 for number 5, Campo's China, and $8 for 7 Stars to Shine. Those are your fixed odds prices with, as I mentioned, interest in Australia at the moment on the Newcastle Cup, so there won't be too much tote support, but it is kind of mirroring up with the fixed odds at this particular moment. Benno's having its 3rd start. One of those runs was for 2nd in a qualifying trial from box 7, then placed at a tote race from box 2. Has box 1 tonight. Can it go one better? 3rd start at the Gardens. 8 in the Bookers, Harperama, has had a qualifying trial victory here on the 20th of August. And then on the 10th, so last week, this dog won a maiden quali from box number 1. And this is the maiden final, so that's why it qualifies, and it runs from box 8 in this. From the looks of things, they're not going to hold for the Newcastle Cup, so this is meeting code 31, race number 4. We'll take you on track.
Double Hope and Harperama on the outside. 4th event, the Support Our Industry maiden final. Last one coming up is Double Hope on the outside, Harperama, and the green light going through. Power's on, and we're ready to run here in the 4th event. They're set. Auburn running, Griffin King jumping good in the centre was Campo's China, and going to the lead, Harperama, and sweeps away with a good lead down the back. Moving into 2nd place, Stars to Shine, followed by Griffin King. A link back to Benno, a good way back then to Reno, followed by Campo's China. Second last, Double Hope, and at the tail, Lover's Fury, but it's all Harperama on the turns all over, and is going to bolt in. And down to the line, Harperama scores nicely over Stars to Shine, and then came Benno, followed up by Reno, Campus China, Griffin King, and then came Double Hope, and last of all was Lover's Fury. Some good off the outside box, crossed and went to the lead. And when you're running 22.60, you're pretty hard to run down. Cosmic Rumble, Pajama Rama, owned by H. Brewer and M. Bell, and trained by Daniel Brewer at Lendilo. It defeated number 7, Stars to Shine, Glengullen Key Missile for John Farrell. And 3rd going to number 1, Benno by Brett Lee, Motown Girl for Ben Sweetman. 4th home, number 4, Reno. Winning margin 8 lengths. And that smart runner 22.60. So that'd be a length and a quarter. First section 10.98, and the run home time very strong 11.62. Very good performance there by Harperama, and that winning margin 8 lengths 1 3/4, 8, 7, 1 and 4 after the running.
So John McDermott's call there from the Gardens, 8, 7, 1 and 4. Harperama won a qualifier for the maiden final, and it's gone on to get success again in the big final. 8, 7, 1 and 4. We'll tidy that up for you shortly as we take you back to Alexandra Park here on trackside 1 for race number 2. Early quaddie about to go with Star Galleria here, Craig. Best bet tonight. Haven't seen this horse since May.
He was fantastic on debut, Mark, back in May. They put him aside. He had the trial on Saturday. He was super. He'll head to a Sire Stakes heat next week, as will the winner of the first, Jack's Legend. Just caught up with Sean Grayling off camera and said, I know you were thinking of going there, but he said, subject through coming through the run tonight safely and pulling up well, he'll head there next Thursday night. So Jack's Legend, the half to Joanna's Delight, very, very impressive taking out the first. They went 2:43, Mark, and that's a great time first up here. He's got a lot to learn. Stablemate was good, Rariza, and that's where the money come. Hearing through from the bookmakers, had a couple of significant bets on Rariza at the 2:20, beaten by Jack's Legend in race number 1. The Garden Dogs, meeting 31, race number 4. It's 8, 7 and 1, 350, 150, 240, 120. The Quinellas paid 13.20. Trifecta 8, 7 and 1, 57.80. The first 4, 8, 7, 1 and 4. $356 neat, meeting 31. The Dogs out of the way. John Dunn, he drives Billy Badger, who is a $7 quote for race number 2. John Billy Badger resumes as a 3-year-old tonight. Of course, he was good enough to beat Pacing Major here as a 2-year-old. I thought the trial last week was quite nice. Where are we at with him?
Yeah, he's had a couple of tries, so he's actually very forward and he naturally fit horse. So he's expected to go a big race tonight. And like you say, if he brings a bit of that form that he produced against those good 2-year-olds last year, he'd have to see him go close tonight.
Have you noticed a development since his 2-year-old season into 3-year-old mentally and physically?
Yeah, definitely. He's got a wee bit. He's not a very, very big horse, but he's got a lot stronger, which is a good thing. And mentally, he's always been a nice horse that way. So hopefully he can carry on it.
He's a horse that has got natural gate speed, John. Tonight, fresh up, I'm not sure whether you'll use it, but is he a horse better on the speed?
Yes and no, sort of a bit of both. But from 5, it's tricky draw. You either go way back to last or go out and try and tuck in. So plan to go out at this stage anyway.
Look, very good going on the track, Billy Badger. He's had the 2 workouts and performed very nicely in both. I think he's a horse you probably would want to go forward, not go back on, because Spring Campaign and Charleston Bell's where the gate speed is. Billy Badger was good enough to get across them from a wide draw as a 2-year-old and beat Pacing Major. Now, as a 3-year-old, he's probably not screwed down completely yet, but he looked pretty ready to go to me going on the track tonight, Billy Badger. And if the favourite doesn't get much luck, he's a great chance at good value, Billy Badger. $8. He'd be another one, I'd presume, that would head to a size stakes heat next Thursday night at Cambridge, the son of Art Major for the Gordons. Runner number 6. There's number 1, Charleston Bell. Lovely mare this. She's won on near $100,000, this mare, by Christian Cullen. Now with Mike Berger. Winner of 5 races. Placed at Cambridge last start behind Stunning Banner. She has got very good gate speed, this mare. In her old days, she used to pull very hard in her races, but she seems to settle a lot better these days. Junior claim driver on Jordan Crawford had his first drive at Cambridge last Thursday night. Takes the drive tonight. Be a great drive for him. Aboard runner number 1, Charleston Bell for Mike Berger tonight. And I expect her to go a very cheeky race. The key for Star Galleria is what Charleston Bell does off the gate. If it stays in front and Star Galleria trails, he's a great winning bet. If she hands to the likes of Spring Campaign or Billy Badger and puts the favourite through the fence, and that could quite possibly happen, will make it a lot more difficult for the Tony Hurley driven runner to get off the marker pegs. There's runner number 7, Ngā Nui. This one trained by Logan Hollis and Shane Robertson. Very good on debut, but things did go its way. There was a little bit of a skirmish in that race, and this bloke was the big beneficiary of it, the filly by Big Jim. Paid around about $20 when she won on debut. They went $2.49 that night. They'll go significantly quicker here tonight, and hence why she's an $18 quote. Runner number 7, Ngā Hui in race number 2 tonight. For me, I thought Star Galleria, an exciting horse. Could be one of the better horses Stephen Reed's had since Art Form, and I expect him, with luck and running, to go very close. The Danger Spring Campaign. Hard horse to follow, Spring Campaign. He took a while to break through from the maiden win, but I think the penny has dropped now. He trolled up good at Franklin last Saturday. He hit the line nicely. I think David Butcher will look to use his draw here because he knows where the favourite is, won the second row. If he can get across Charleston Bell and put the favourite back on the marker pegs, that gives them certainly a much better chance of winning race number 2 tonight. So you've got to have runner number 2 in. 6, Billy Badger for the reasons we've talked about earlier, and number 1, Charleston Bell from the inside. 9, the bet of the night for me to beat 2, 6 and 1. Aaron's with 1, 2, 9 and 6. He's with Charleston Bell on top. Aaron, the Dawson and Harford partners, Mobile Pace. They put a lot into harness racing. Good field this, and again, 3-year-olds heading towards size stakes next week. We heard from Sean Growling saying that Jack's Legends going there. I think a couple of others from this race will be heading there as well.
Yeah, you did right there. Some very, very nice 3-year-olds up here in the north. I went the way of 1, 2, 9 and 4. Well, Charleston Bell, she'll get no better opportunity to get back into the winners list than tonight. Of course, she's a 5-win mare from 51 starts. Last Thursday at Cambridge, run down by Stunning Banner, who's an open class horse. All the Razzle, who's won, I think, 8 or 9 races. She led up that night, was run down. She's well back in a grade here, and from the draw she has to be considered 760 and 230. 2, Spring Campaign, certainly well in the mix, was a good third off a wide draw after a good maiden success 2 starts ago, David Butcher. 9, Star Galleria. Always had a lot of time for this Art Major gelding, but a lot's going to need to go his way if Charleston Bell is crossed at the start, and there is that potential. with the Spring Campaign. I think Concord might have enough gate speed to try and also muster some early speed. Of course, Billy Badger, if they were willing to use him, fresh up's also got a bit of gate speed there as well. Hence why Star Galleria is just down a touch of my selections, and the 4 Booming Jet, stablemate of Star Galleria, has to be considered after a good maiden success about 3 or 4 weeks ago. 1, 2, 9 and 4 for me.
Yes, Aaron, just coming through from the bookmakers, $5,000 on runner number 9, Star Galleria, the best back runner in race number 2 tonight, into 175. Race 2, horse 9, Star Galleria, $5,000 on late. Good luck with the investments playing into the first leg of the quaddie tonight. First leg of the Triple taken out by the second favourite, Jack's Legend. Your favourite will start, won the second row in the blue colours, Tony Hurley driven. Here's
Concord. Thanks, Craig. So runners in behind the yellow bar arm for the second on the card. Star Galleria's got that inside second row draw. The Iceman Tony Hurley aboard for Stephen Reid and Simon McMullen, the trainers. So they work into the lane, 2,200 metres. Dawson Harford and Partners Mobile. Green light and racing. Spring Campaign does have very good early gate speed. Billy Badge is also going to come forward, so that has Star Galleria at this stage 3 back on the inside. Hurley, he's already looking to get away from the marker line as they scoot out of the home straight, where Spring Campaign leads. This Excuse is Fine, who's dropped down in front of Charleston Bell. Up on the outside, Billy Badger, there followed then by Concord. Then came Bourbon Street back on the inside, then Sakura. And there followed Star Galleria, has got away from the markers in the early stages of the contest as they turn up into the back straight. Back in the field, Ngāmihi Nui and the last pair, Booming Jet and Snow Rakers back with it. Through the back they go, down to the mile marker. And Spring Campaign and the Chief David Butcher cut out the first section of the race in 42.6. From This Excuse is Fine. Charleston Bell looking to come away from the marker line. Sakura now 3 back on the inside as Charleston Bell and Jordan Crawford do now sit parked. Billy Badger 1-1 as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. On its back is Concord. Back on the inside, Ngāmihi Nui now to get onto the back of its stablemate. Then back in the field is Bourbon Street with Star Galleria. Back with that, its stablemate Booming Jet and Snow Raker, the last a lap and a quarter out from the judge. 30 and 8, the opening quarter of the Dawson Harford and Partners pace, where a Spring Campaign leads. This Excuse is Fine, and up on the outside, Charleston Bell. Sakura 3 back on the inside. Billy Badger with 1-1 cover a circuit to run. Then Ngāmihi Nui up on the outside. The running line is Concord. There followed Booming Jet. Well back in the field then as they work out is Bourbon Street. And there followed Star Galleria second last and a good 10 lengths off the pace. 800 out. And back last is Snow Raker 30 and 2 the second quarter. Into the back goes Spring Campaign. Pressing forward Charleston Bell on the outside. Back on the inside This Excuse is Fine's had a lovely drag in the trail for Robert Argue. Then Sakura, Billy Badger back on the inside, Ngāmihi Nui. Concord to its outside, then Booming Jet. There followed Bourbon Street. Star Galleria has been asked to come forward now. The classy son of Art Major looks to sweep around runners now for Tony Hurley. Snow Raker looks to get a trip home on the back of the favourite. 28 and 9 the back straight quarter. Spring Campaign, Charleston Bell. This Excuse is Fine, Billy Badger. Star Galleria to the outside, homeward bound. Spring Campaign a length, Charleston Bell. This Excuse is Fine, passing lane, Billy Badger. Star Galleria can't reach them at this stage. Spring Campaign in front, Billy Badger letting down strongly. This Excuse is Fine, Spring Campaign too good. The Chief with a beautiful front running drive, and home is a Spring Campaign from This Excuse is Fine, Billy Badger. They were followed in then by Concord or Star Galleria there for fourth. They were followed by Charleston Bell. Further back in the field then on crossing would have been Snow Raker, Booming Jet back with that, Sakura, Ngāmihi Nui back with those, and Bourbon Street to be the last in the Dawson Harford and Partners Mobile pace 240.2. Home in 27.6. That's one way to get the favourite out of the race. Go to the front, pace 240.2 with the favourite a good 10 lengths off you with the 800 to go. And that's why Tony couldn't get close to Spring Campaign here with the race favourite, but he'll keep for another day. Star Galleria, nice drive by the Chief David Butcher here. Gets the prize back on the inside. This Excuse is Fine, who secured the lovely run in the trail for Robert Argue, gets second, and Billy Badger, he'll only improve with this run. In for a third, John Dunn, then the favourite to make up first fours in the Dawson Harford and Partners Mobile pace.
Official placings race 2, the Dawson Hartford and Partners Mobile Pace. 256931. 256931. Horse 2, Spring Campaign, paced the 2200 metres in 240.17. Mile rate of 157.1. Last 856.5. The 427.6. The margins are half length, 1 1/4 lengths, 3 lengths. 256931. Race 2, Dawson Hartford and Partners Mobile Pace.
Judge Graham McLennan making it all official as Spring Campaign comes back at the head of the field, raced by Lincoln Farms Limited, the XL Syndicate, D. James, MJ Brereton along with KJ Bell, S. Beckett, JR Dias along with BP Brian Rabbit in the ownership too. Congratulations, win 2 at start number 8. Ray Green trained at Pukekohe. A lovely drive by the Chief David Butcher in the sulky back at the head of the field. Murray Goldsworthy down there, part of the victory celebrations. A life member of the Auckland Trotting Club, also one of our stewards here as well. After the Dawson Hartford and Partners Mobile Pace. Spring Campaign by Courage Under Fire at a Spring Thor. A brown 3-year-old colt. And was bred by Mrs. J.M. Davey, PT and DJ Cummings. Ray Green, as I mentioned, the trainer there at Pukekohe. 5, This Excuse is Fine. Lismara, 5-year-old bay gelding out of Resolute Franco for O along with Mrs. I.K. Haynes. John and Joshua Dickey trained at Clevedon, Robert Argue. 6, Billy Badger, 3rd. Art Major Bay, 3-year-old colt out of Lady Antebellum. R.K. and Mrs. A.L. Gordon. Robert Dunn trained at Pookie, and John Dunn was in the sulky. 2, Spring Campaign, $4.80, $1.40. 4.80, 1.40. 5, This Excuse is Fine, $9.50, 9.50. And the 6, Billy Badger, $1.40, 1.40. Quinella, $83.70, 83.70. Trifecta, $781.30, 781.30. And the first 4 returns $2,962.50, 2,962.50. Race 3, Jade's Dream to Walk handicap trot over the 2,200 metres. There are no scratchings, and the early favourite lies with King of the Roses, number 13, who was most impressive, winning here on debut in the north, $1.70 and $1.30. Jade Beattie, a bright, bubbly and enthusiastic 7-year-old with a difference. Jade has a cerebral palsy and cannot walk. She attends a hill school in Pukekohe and gets around in her walking frame, or for longer distances her wheelchair. Jade has been accepted for surgery, which is only available at St. Louis Children's Hospital in America. Post-surgery, Jade will need up to 2 years of physiotherapy to learn to walk again. Her family is fundraising $125,000 to enable this operation to happen and provide Jade with the opportunity of an independent life. The family appreciate all the help and all the support for Jade's Dream. Jade's Dream to Walk at gmail.com is an email address. You can donate at bit.do/Jade's Dream. And as I mentioned, it's an operation that is only available at the St. Louis Children's Hospital in America. Upcoming events, we've got our night here, then the 19th of November, there'll be a quiz night and meal at the Pukekohe Cosmopolitan Club coming up as well. There'll also be an Ambrose Golf Day at Onofero Golf Club on the 25th of November, that being a Friday, and also on that day.
It's a nice shot of it. Another miss, looking for career win 10. The 2-dog missing Allegro, she's the favourite. Mark pointed out probably a crucial thing, that her 3 wins have been here. There's been a few races you think she should have won and she hasn't quite. One of those was definitely Sunday at Monaco, but for some reason she just can't seem to nail a win there. So she has done her winning here. Last Friday night she was in trouble early and again 2 or 3 times as the race progressed, so I guess we draw a line through that. I was surprised how well she backed up on Sunday, but she was beaten a nose in a race I thought she would have won, but she's a little bit awkward getting around the corner there at Monaco, and perhaps a bit smoother here, and well, it'll be interesting to see what she does today. She's certainly in the mix, but I'm not sure I'd go too short on her myself. A Power Math off the inside. Nathan Udy's 1-2. And this is better supported than the others. She's got a good record from the inside. A Power Math. She had box 2 last week and she was last out. She got squeezed up when she was trying to get past the couple. Ran second to Elite Dose 3 starts back. Look, just a nice even beginning from her, and she's right in the mix. Sammy Baxter steps up from Class 1 to Class 2. Doesn't win out a turn, this dog. Would be surprising to see her go back to back, but she did clear the 5 last week, and she's had to because she needs to get used to box 5 at the moment. She's been in it a lot. Just You Wait's a 5-year-old. Now, Nui Magic we talked about last week. She is now 14 starts in Class 2 for 1 minor placing. If, it's a big if, she managed to jump in a Class 2 race, then, you know, she can run the times to win it, but for some reason she just hasn't been able to do it when she's come up to Class 2. She can do it with impunity in Class 1. They're loaded up here for race number 7. Favourites Missing Allegro off box number 2. Place 6 starting here. Ready? Racing Missing Allegro, only a fair break, and one of the best out here was Homebush Page and goes to the leader. Just You Wait out wide. Missing Allegro pushing through the inside. Power Math is following it through. Another miss has missed the jump tonight, so is Fair Cruising. Back with them to Nui Magic and Sammy Baxter in the straight here. Power Math gets the run through on the Missing Allegro. And Power Math beats Missing Allegro and Homebush Page for a 1-2-3. Just You Wait is 4th, followed through by Sammy Baxter. Fair Cruising, another miss, and Nui Magic. And Nathan Udy lands a treble. 17.95 the winning time, 7.11 lead up. 10.84 run home, 1-2-3-7. Power Math win 4 start 29.3 tonight for local trainer Nathan Udy. Wasn't best off the box as a Power Math again, but just hunted through the inside. Homebush Page, one of the downgraders in the race, led out. 5-year-old Just You Wait showing some speed. Missing Allegro getting through. A Power Math's come from a couple of lengths off Missing Allegro. 17.95. Missing Allegro again. It's another race. You'd think, well, she should just win from there, but she doesn't. Anyway, let's take nothing away from the winner, Power Math, and certainly nothing away from Nathan Udy. He's having a night out. 2.5 lengths, 3/4 of a length, 2.25 lengths. And Power Math by Knocker Norris out of Power Patty for Power Racing Limited. As I mentioned, her 4th win. And Nathan's 3rd of the night. That's race number 7. Race 8, Waganui Chronicle Class 3, 305 metres, 9 and 10 out. Smart Dog on the rise, spare some time in the race, Mark, but just the way the field is drawn up, it might not be that easy. We'll see at 7.34.
Yeah, we've got the likes of Homebush Olive, who's drawn box number 1, been a victor 3 times from there. Big Time Moolah was a winner here last week from box 4's, drawn box 5, just to the inner of Spare Some Time. Looking forward to seeing the dog through. 7 wins from 9 starts, Spare Some Time, goes around from trap 6 in that 8th race on the card. Bendigo next, Friday night here on TAB Trackside 1. We are inside 2 minutes away from this one, a grade 5 over the 500 metres. Favourites number 3, Topper Toretto for Anthony Azzopardi, 220 on fixed odds, 320 for number 5, Fair Matter, and 550 for number 1, Isala Bale on fixed odds at the moment. But there'll be a lot of support for anything that the Anthony Azzopardi team travel down there to Bendigo. They've got a base there in Victoria, don't they, Azzopardi team, and also in New South Wales. And this dog's having its first run at Bendigo tonight. Around the track, has been used to running around Ballarat, was a winner there of a grade 5 quali 2 starts ago over the 450, placed 3rd in the final, stepping up to the 500 metres this evening. Topper Toretto was a winner by half a length in that qualifier, then was beaten 5 lengths into 3rd in the final. Power Math 1, 2, 3 and 7, 470 and 170. Missing Allegro 150, Homebush Page 240. 1 and 2, 540. 1, 2, 3, 64.70 trifecta. 1, 2, 3, 7, $880.70. Meeting code 9, race number 7 to Opawa Math, who picked the jump from that inside over the favourite in race number 7 from the sprint boxes. Dogs here making their way around to the traps for race number 7. Ron Hawkswell is doing the calling there tonight, so we'll grab the Hawks tips. He's gone 3, 5, 1 and 6, so similar to the market order, although he's chucked in for some value number 6 in the book, Ruby Kabang, a dog which placed 4th at Shepparton last week, did win at Bendigo 2 starts ago and also won at Shepparton from box 2 3 starts back. Has been a winner here twice before and placed on 2 other occasions from 4 goes. So it's been on the dais all 4 starts around. Bendigo has 6 Ruby Kabang, 1 to throw in for your trifectas and terminating first 4s. 3 to beat 5, 1 and 6 for our man Ronnie Hawkswell. We'll join him momentarily for race number 7. And fairly shortly we'll be back to Alexandra Park. Best of luck to those punting in the heats in Petone and also at Alexandra Park for the Kiwi Punters Championship. We'll head on course to Bendigo before we take you back to Alexandra Park. Here's our caller, Ron Hawkswell.
After the first 2 weeks of Bendigo. Don't forget Dog Lotto at the Meadows for the next 6 weeks. Starting signal moving in. Here's Dog Lotto for the next 6 weeks at the Meadows on a Saturday night. We'll get the Tim Lee room and put yourself on the running. Getting set now, Sarah Bow on the inside. Top of Toretto 3. Fiametta, Dr. Popple. Already here, green light for race 7 over the 500 box and set for a start. Ready in their racing, slow to move out. There would have been Ruby Kabang and going way fast there. Top of Toretto. Pounced on the early lead now from Pete Cripps around the outer. Followed by Sarah Bar and then came Fiametta to the outside. About 2 or 3 lengths away, Dr. Popple followed by Windsor Prize. A minute away then, He's Your Mate and Ruby Kabang coming up the back though. Top of Toretto by 5. Pete Cripps followed by Fiametta. A gap on the racer, Sarah Bar and also Dr. Popple. But it is all Top of Toretto. Top of Toretto down to the line to win by 3. Fiametta got up for second. Pete Cripps third, followed by Dr. Popple. Behind them then came He's Your Mate and they were followed by Sarah Bale. A fair way back in the race here would have been Windsor Prize out to the tail of the field with Ruby Kabang, and the time for the race is around 28.35. Number 3, Top of Toretto, getting out to pay about $3 on Super Tab. With a bit of support there for Fiametta later in betting. 3 is the winner, that's Top of Toretto. Second placing goes to 5, Fiametta. 4 gets third, P. Cripps. 354, and the 4th number about to be 740 goes to 7, Dr. Popple. So numbers here are 3, 5, 4 and 7. 3,
5, 4, 7. Top of Toretto successful for the Anthony Azzopardi team in race number 7, had a lot of support. We'll bring you that official result shortly. We'll stay with the Australian Greyhounds before we return to Alexandra Park. We'll take this one from Ipswich. It's a grade 5 over the 431. Early favourites number 4, Hum and Gun at $2.30 with the bookies, ahead of 2 Maggie Benz at $3.40 and $5.50 for number 6 Cool Vein. Race 5 from Ipswich, it is 5 minutes away on Trackside 1.
Highview. keep on coming. Crystal's running on late, but away goes Humidor, and he is smoking. Humidor races away. On the inside is Storming, and so is Platinum Witness out deeper. Savaria with the best Wales run you've ever seen. What a ride! Grace the leader from Flanders, the insider. Now Nymph Monte starts to stretch the neck, and he'll get up.
The race prior to the big one tomorrow at Hastings, the really good open 2,000 metre event. Bookmakers odds out now, final field. The likes of the second up, Miska Muska, $6.50. Savaria, $9.50, $7 for Nymph Monte, who'll come to the race third up. But support into the $2.50 quote. It's been backed in from opening Humidor for the Benner Wynyard team. And Mark Duplessis searching for 4 wins from 8 starts as Humidor, and that was off the back of that really close-up second on the first day of the carnival in the $25,000 75 event. In fact, that was the easy victory over Cristal. Ran the placing into third, it was. The third, first up at Te Rapa. I was thinking it was second. Went into that first day of the carnival second up and won a 75 and was far too good that day. And today does come up against a handy field though. From that barrier 5, it's been backed in though tomorrow. $6.50 for Miska Muska, $7 Nymph Monte, $12 May Grove will come into the race fresh. And this is a horse which we haven't seen since April. Has had a couple of trials to prepare, including winning a Cambridge trial. Had that stint in Australia in October and November of last year, back in the country in the autumn, and we'll see it for the first time tomorrow in the spring. May Grove from the Wide Alley, Matty Cameron, it's at 12s, Madonna Mia's at 10, informed Tim Johnson will ride. Here comes the result from Bendigo on race number 7 there. 3 Topper Toretto, $3.120, 5 Fair Matter, $1.90, 4 P Crips, $2.40. 3 and 5, $6.40, 354 Trifecta, $46.60 in the first 4, $290.80 on 3, 5, 4 and 7, 7th there at Bendigo. Dean Jones is calling the action at Ipswich tonight. I can tell you Matt Nichols has gone 4, 2, 7 and 8, and Dean's about to call them across for this first leg of the treble. Hum and Gun 310 into 260 with the bookies, but you'd take maybe that commingled tote price. Dean Jones has gone 2 Maggie Benz on top, the close second favourite, to beat 4, 5 and 1. 2, 4, 5 and 1. That start time of that Open 2000 is 3:51 tomorrow, race 7. And of course race 8, the Windsor Park Plate, with a $50,000 first 4 guarantee, 4:26 tomorrow afternoon. And the Big Pick 6 guaranteed at $300,000 with $197,000 carried forward from last week. 5 boxes away before the rest of them as we take you on track to Ipswich.
Past 3. 2 greyhounds are both in flying form at the moment. First leg of the quaddie. Maybe they're the 2 you take as standouts in the first leg, 2 and 4. Set and away. Hum and Gun began brilliantly. Out wide, May Win, Will Win's trying to get across and kicking up underneath. It was Cool Vein as they head down the back. It's Cool Vein from May Win, Will Win, Hum and Gun. She's All Blonde was 4th, then followed by Maggie Benz. A long way back was Monlaw Kim, with the last pair being Ben Messo following the inside, and She's All Blonde. But Hum and Gun hit the lead and dash clear. Flying late Ben Messo, but Hum and Gun from Ben Messo. Third, Camera, not sure, May Win, Will Win, or Unique Ghosty, who jumped out of the ground late, then followed by Maggie Benz in a brilliant finish. They were a cluster at the end, and the last few runners home were She's All Blonde with the early leader Cool Vein, who was towards the tail with Monlaw Kim, with 25 and 50 being the gallop.
4 beats, 7 and a photo. The closing favourite for Hum and Guns done the job though. We'll tidy that up for you shortly, dividends wise. Meantime, we return to Alexandra Park here on Trackside 1 for race number 3, handicap trot. Craig, we're back with you.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Big field here, biggest of the night, 14 runners. Dominant favourite here, King of the Roses, and hearing through from the bookmakers, that's where the money is going, along with Blood and Whiskey. Blood and Whiskey open 880, Mark, into 480. Significant money for it. And $3,000 on the favourite, King of the Roses. Tony Hurley trains and drives. John Dunn, he takes the drive on the former Robert Dunn trained runner, Blood and Whiskey. John, a horse you do know a lot about is Blood and Whiskey. When he's good, he's very good, but he's hard to catch.
Yeah, he is, but it's the reason to send him up here. It goes better this way round, so just been a bit unlucky the last couple. Sort of a bit more lucky, probably could have won both of them, but hopefully we can get round in one piece and see the real true Blood and Whiskey.
He's got ability, John. In his 2 starts to date, he's been behind them and chasing them. Is it an advantage tonight that he's off the front and out wide, maybe give him a bit of clear air? Yeah,
Definitely, but saying that can be a bit tricky when you've got ones right off 10 metres behind you coming through from the start, but knowing him down home, he sort of handles that pretty good, so he should be fine tonight.
Yep, significant money for Blood and Whiskey tonight. You'll know after the first 200 metres whether that money's well placed or not, because if you can get round that first bend here at Alexandra Park safely, he's going to be very hard to beat. He does have a 20-metre handicap over the favourite, number 13, King of the Roses. Sean Grayling takes the drive on the roughie, Bro Forks S. Sean, you drive Bro Forks, you drove him to win 2 starts ago. It's pretty good. What happened last start?
Last start, he's stepped up against the grade. He's gone from racing maidens to quite a nice field. He stepped away first time over 2.7 as well, did everything right in that, and he kept whacking away quite well on the inside. He's an honest horse. He tries hard. It might just be, he'll try his hardest anyway.
2200 would probably suit him a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's a quick beginner. He gets away quite good, but in saying that, when you get out of the maidens, most of them can get away too.
Yeah, not easy for him coming out of maidens, taking on horses here that have won 4, 5, even a horse like Lockie Brogden who's won 6 races, so not easy for Bro Forks S. Got an update on the Kiwi Punters champs after the first couple of races here at Petone. Of course, we've got 2, one in Wellington and one on course here at Alexandra Park. The event at Petone, into win syndicate $1,090, 11 syndicate $560, and the rest, they're on their $500 mark after the first couple of events at Alexandra Park. Their leaderboard at this stage, we'll have a look at that. Talking to Matt Markham, they've got 11 syndicates here at Alexandra Park tonight, so reasonably happy with the way the syndicates are going, and tells me there's a few astute punters up in that room there tonight. If we get a chance during the night, I'll wander up there and see if we can find a couple of characters there we may have a talk to as well. But the Alexandra Park Syndicate 11 here tonight, of course, very popular, these Kiwi Punters Championships. Of course, $500 is your pool to play with, the minimum $50 a race if you want. You could have banged all $500 on Jack's Legend in the first, and you'd be a legend and well clear after the first. We'll get that updated at Alexandra Park very shortly. King of the Roses $290, $180. Blood and Whiskey $470, $220. Of the rest, I thought George is racing well. Todd McFarlane trains and drives, very consistent of late, and he's certainly in the mix. And a horse that's suited to 2,200 metres is Rain Day Jatan. Really likes these short distance races, steps and goes. Off the 10-metre handicap, will make that very quickly. David Butcher driving well at the moment. Of course, drove the winner of the last race, and would say it's a great place chance at the $4 on offer. Rain Day Jatan worked up nicely on Saturday, this horse, and if a couple of the favourites happen to gallop, would be right in the mix. All for One Syndicate leads at Alexandra Park with 6.38. Same and aim 5.50. The Banana Syndicate, they're off and running 5.05. Green Machine 500. Serial Punters 4.94. And down to Jewel of the North 4.35. That's an update on the leaderboard in the Kiwi Punters Championship here at the park and at Petone. We'll update them as we get them during the night. On start time for race number 3. My numbers, I'm going Blood and Whiskey. I'm going to give him one more chance. He has the ability to win.
Open to 880 into 480 at the moment, in front of the favourite King of the Roses, who was great last week, but 2200 tonight off 20 metres may even it up a bit. Darren, what does it come to you for race number 3 tonight? The last of the treble. Favourite way in the treble is with King of the Roses. Aaron, your number's in the third tonight. You're with the favourite 13 over 11.
As the square gate is about to come forward for the third on the card, and the barrier strands released. Now Majestic Gal was tardy off the mark, as to I Am the Greatest. Here's one of the first out with Bro Forks, yes, and up there in the initial rush also is Blood and Whiskey as its stablemate out the back. The Best Love has gone for a gallop. Opar with Speed settles fourth in George. There followed Majestic Gal, Rain Day Jatan, I Am the Greatest. Out wider, Moment of Truth, King of the Roses is safely on the journey. Lockie Brogden's back in the field, as to his Tourbillon. Got to go. Twinkle's galloped around the stable's corner and a long margin away to the Best Love, who's blown it with an early mistake. So they trot up into the back straight. Richard Brosnan takes it up. A length and a half from Blood and Whiskey the outside, and Bro Forks secures the run in the trail. 3 back, Opar with Speed. Majestic Gal caught on a limb out 3 around I Am the Greatest, who's got right up on the nickel in the 1-1, and out wide at George, and there followed Tourbillon the centre, and Rain Day Jatan back on the inside with a lead time of 50 seconds. King of the Roses is on the 3 wide train as they scoot across the showgrounds turn. They're followed by Moment of Truth and Lockie Brogden. They're the winning chances. The other pair, the Best Love, and Got to Go Twinkle Can't Win. They're about to work to the lane with a lap and a quarter left to go, and Jade's Dream to walk trot. And as they swing into the lane, it's Seayer. Coming up on the outside, Majestic Gal opening quarter 30.5. Bro Forks is lovely run in the trail, and Blood and Whiskey about to get 1-1 cover as George and King of the Roses stride forward out 3 wide. Around I Am the Greatest, and back on the inside then Opar with Speed at the bell. They're followed then by Tourbillon, hemmed up in between runners. Rain Day Jatan's 4 back on the markers. Moment of Truth 3 wide and 4 back, and to its inside Lockie Brogden. So a compact peloton with the other 2 no chance as they get out to the 800 metre mark on the second quarter in 30.6. Here works into the back by a length. Now coming up to sit parked again as Blood and Whiskey around Bro Forks, then Opar with Speed, I Am the Greatest. Further back on the field is George, Rain Day Jatan and Tourbillon, then King of the Roses, Lockie Brogden, Moment of Truth, and Majestic Gal is drifting away. 500 to go. They come off the back, and Seayer leads from Blood and Whiskey. Bro Forks will wait the passing lane. Then Opar with Speed. They're followed by I Am the Greatest. Back straight quarter 29.6 with this pressure up front. The back markers are finding it hard to get into the race. King of the Roses, one of those as they come for home. Seayer from on the inside. Bro Forks Blood and Whiskey. Rain Day Jatan getting to the outside. Opar with Speed and Tourbillon, the favourites gallop. But it's Seayer with 100 to go, going great guns. 3-4 in front. Bro Forks Rain Day Jatan. Seayer says see you later. Richard Brosnan. Seayer too strong. Rain Day Jatan second. Bro Forks third, and Moment of Truth rattling home fourth. They were followed Tourbillon and then Blood and Whiskey George. Further back Lockie Brogden, Opar with Speed. I Am the Greatest. The favourite galloped coming into the home straight. King of the Roses finishes back. Majestic Gal, the Best Love with an early mistake, and also Got to Go Twinkle. They were always well out of it. 250.8 in the Jade's Dream to walk handicap trot with the final quarter 29.6. Richard Brosnan to the front. Handlebars down. And it made it very, very hard for the back markers to get anywhere near. Seayer, the son of the Prez, he was an upset winner back on the 26th of August, and he repeats the dose tonight at $45 and $9.50. Rain Day Jatan will get up for second over Bro Forks and the old boy, Moment of Truth. Still plenty of spring left in those 14-year-old legs. He's worked home well for fourth, Peter Ferguson. Jade's Dream to walk handicap trot. Seayer, much too strong.
Official placings, race 3, Jade's Dream to Walk, handicap trot. 681 1479. 681 1479. Horse 6, Sierra, trot of the 2200 metres in 250.79. Mile rate of 24.9. Last 859.6. The 429.6. The margins 3 3/4 lengths, a half neck, 3/4 of a length. 681 1479. All official. Race 3, Jade's Dream to Walk, handicap trot.
Sierra gets his third success at start 28 tonight. Ricky Allen, the owner. Richard Brosnan trained at Ardmore. And Richard, with a positive drive, gets the prize in the Jade's Dream to Walk handicap trot here this evening. The Prayers 4-year-old bay gelding out of Viola Chiola, and D.M. Brown was the breeder of Sierra and gets home at a huge price in race number 3. Mark Beattie and his guests down there, part of the victory celebrations with Jade's Dream to Walk handicap trot. Of course, further information, Jade's Dream to Walk at gmail.com, or the Give a Little page is bit.do/Jade's Dream. And again, big thanks to Auckland Concrete Cutters, Loader family, Petheridge family, Cosgrove family, McKinnell family, Lafayette family, the Henson family, the Stevens and the Strevens, and each and every person who has donated through. Give a Little from the family, a big thank you. Second was 8, Rain Day Jatan. Love You, 5-year-old bay mare out of Gypsy Glass, Lincoln Farms Limited, DR Ebbett, RJ Menzies, GF Collins, IA Middleton, SA McDonald, the owners, Ray Green trained at Pukekohe, David Butcher. And one Broforks S, Armbro Invasion, Honey Hellink, 6-year-old bay gelding for third, GR Dormer, AS Grayling, RA Darby, the owners, Ray Darby trained at Patamahoe, Sean Grayling. Well, get ready for some big dividends, because here they come. Number 6, Sierra, $45 even and $9.50. $45 and $9.50. 8, Rain Day Jatan, $4.30, $4.30. And 1, Broforks S, $9 even, $9. Quinella, $305.10, $305.10. Trifecta, partially struck. Make that $17,085.50. $17,085.50. Now there's $1,025 jackpotting through to the trifecta pool in race 4. And the first 4 not struck, so $5,092 jackpotting through to the first 4 in the 4th on the card tonight. 2 and 6 in the first of our double spring campaign. Now with Sierra returns $142.50, $142 and 50. 2 and 8 concession, $34.60, $34.60. And the opening treble, 10 Jack's Legend, 2 Spring Campaign, and 6 Sierra, $965.40, $965.40. Race 4 to open the $40,000 fast track insurance pick 6, along with a double treble and place 6. Carry forwards in both the trifecta and first 4 pools, so plenty of reasons to have a punt with Kiwi Punters Championship heat night tonight. And the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud over the 2,200 metres. Scratch 5 full speed ahead. 11 00 Dino also comes out. Killer Queen number 9, $2.30 into $1.40. Miss Daisy the 7, $3.10 into $1.90.
Passo's running similarly, and he's a better dog than that Corbin El Paso, and he flattened out with the blinkers after a wee while, and he started to get it right. But yeah, look, the money's for spare some time, so I'd say there's no fear that Kennel thinks he's ready to roar. He's $1.95 into $1.80. And I hope he gets clear air, and I hope he does the job. Certainly got him on top, but as I say, I didn't even know where to go after that, so I went for the 3 Corbin El Paso, and hope he runs up to his form of 3-4 months ago. Homebush Olive off the inside, and with El Paso running like he did last week, it probably opens things up for dogs like Homebush Olive and Brilliant Ava, who have drawn the 1 and the 2 here. Homebush Olive will win a 3 back. Clocked to 17.71 too, which was her best time in 14, we said 14 career wins, 10 of them here. And Brilliant Ava, who has had wide draws of late and couldn't cross them last week. Drawn in closer tonight. Never been a fast dog as such. There's certainly faster in that litter. Brilliant Ava's best of 17.78 and all 8 wins here. In fact, all races bar 1 have been here for Brilliant Ava, with Philippa Lammis and Carol Morris these days out there with Philippa. Philippa's been busy. She was down at Addington last night with Phantom Way, who ran, I think it was 5th in the end in the Kingston Cup. She ran a pretty good race. If she'd had an inside draw, she would have made things interesting. She's a promising star. She just doesn't have the zip, obviously, of a Can't Catch Tim, and not, but she's certainly got staying power. And box 8 wasn't the right place for her last night, even though she got out okay. She just doesn't quite have that second phase acceleration, so she lost her spot, but she was all right over the concluding stages. So I hope they press on with her. Phantom Way, good luck to them here with Brilliant Ava and Brilliant Jailer second to Raging Demon earlier. Speaking of Raging Demon, Ross Udy and Lynn Bleak, and they've got Big Time Moolah here, downgraded last week and delivered immediately off box number 4. To the boxes, race 8, we're going to be Chronicle Class 3 Sprint. Homebush Olive off box 1, then Corbin El Paso. Big Time Moolah second time. Brilliant Ava Air Express first time on the track, start 111. Spare some time, hot favourite the green and Allegro Cody. Ready to run. Racing, spare some time out pretty well, starts to spare forward on the inside. Homebush Olive leads though, spare some time goes around. Corbin El Paso's inside the favourite. They'll be followed around the outside then by second time. Back in the race here, we've got the 2, the 5, the 8's out the back. Up they come, Corbin El Paso in front of Homebush Olive and spare some time. Corbin El Paso wins, great turnaround. Spare some time, I think got up for second on Homebush Olive Air Express. Further back then to Brilliant Ava, second time. Big Time Moolah, Allegro Cody. Corbin El Paso. A terrific performance from the kennel. Second up, he's delivered the goods here in very good style. I think the 6 has got up for second out wide, spare some time over Homebush Olive. And the others headed in by second time in a photo with Air Express. Air Express has won that photo. It is 3, 6, 1 and 4, 17.64, run home 10.64, lead up 7 seconds flat for about the third time tonight. Thought spare some time was good enough off the boxes, but once Corbin El Paso was underneath him, then the favourite was in trouble. And the bookies might have held on to a bit here. Corbin El Paso for Matt Roberts by Spring Gun out of Book of Days, wins 7, start 22. Done a good job with this fellow with the blinkers. I doubted him a long time with the blinkers on, but he's delivered a few wins for them now. 3/4 by a head by 3.5 lengths there. For Corbin El Paso and owner Stu Dickinson. Spare some time, just going to get better with the racing you would think. Homebush Olive solid enough, and Air Express first up on the track. Lands 4th just off second time. There's the 8th. Race 9, Pella Mountain Scientific Nutrition, Class 2 over 520 metres. It's the first leg of the late quaddie, and market's due to go at 2 minutes after 8.
Thank you, Mark. 3 Corbin El Paso, 7.40 and 2.10. 6 Spare Some Time, $1.40. 1 Homebush Olive, 1.40. 3 and 6, 7.80. 3, 6, 1 Trifecta, 73.20. And the first 4, 3, 6, 1 and 4, $658.30. 17.64, Raptor Double, 1 and 3, $25, 1 and 6 Concession, $4.20. That 9th race, Class 1 and 2s, 5.20, and the quaddie will go there. Thrilling Evie's a last start winner. You've got the likes of Coolborn Foxy off the 1, Opawa Shiloh off box 3, Kirkham Harvey's off box number 4. Autumn Lights is a Class 2 graded greyhound. Dog number 5 in that particular field. Coolborn Foxy's a C2 greyhound. Making Time's been contesting C2 and 3 events, 2 and 3 starts ago. It's from box number 7. That's race number 9 at 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. We've got the next race that we'll take from the Gardens, race 7. That's around about 5 minutes away. And now that we've got our graphics back, we'll tidy up that Alexandra Park result shortly too, with the pick 6 A massive $22,000 carry forward that is next to go with race 4 of 9 just after 10 to 8. Here's a look at that quaddie first leg market. And Corborn Foxy, favourite for this one, $4 early with the bookmakers. The other C2 graded dog, Autumn Lights, at $4.80. Dog number 5, Thrilling Evie at $5.50 for 7 making time. So it's a pretty even go, that first leg of the quaddie. 2 minutes past 8 tonight on Trackside 1. Coverage continues. Pick 6 is not too far away from being with us at the park. It's certainly a good incentive to get involved. That 22,000 carry forward. Fourth race is the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud, rating 62 to 72 mobile. 7:51 the start time for pick 6. The Gardens firstly though, it is race number 7 meeting 31, 2 Chevy Prince $3.50 with the bookies, 4 Awesome Signs at $4, $5.50 for number 8 Typhoon Kev, and $7 for Tartong Boy, dog number 6 in the book. Chevy Prince, a dog which is placed in 3 from its last 4, the other occasion was a 4th, did go down south of the border and race at Healesville earlier this month and ran 3rd in a qualifier for the Healesville Cup. The Cup was held on Sunday. Obviously the dog didn't make it through to the Healesville Cup final, but did race in a qualifier for it. Prior form was in New South Wales with placings at Maitland and Bulli back in July and August. Alexandra Park, you can see those carry forwards in the first 4 and the trifecta. 6 Sea Air, $45 and $9.50. 8 Rain Day Gitan, $4.30. 1 Broforks S, $9. 6 and 8 Quinella, $305.10. Trifecta 6, 8 and 1, $17,085.50 with a carry forward. First 4 not struck with a carry forward after race number 3, and it'll be interesting to see those standings in terms of the Kiwi Punters Championship after Sea Air's success in the 3rd. Double paid $142.50. 2 and 6, 2 and 8, $34.60, and the TAB treble of 10, 2 and 6, $965.40. So the Gardens, they're on their way to the traps for this one. It'll be the 7th on the program. We've still got a couple of minutes to get your money on for this one, so we'll take a quick break on Trackside 1.
Trackside brings you coverage of domestic
TAB Trackside 1 arriving at the boxes for race number 7 at the Gardens, meeting code 31. This is the next race to go on Touchtone and self-service terminals. 2 Chevy Prince, $3.50 favourite, $3.40 on the commingled market. Of course, we're not punting into the local pool, the Gardens in New South Wales, but it's an even old go. Awesome Signs is at 4s, $6 for 8 Typhoon Kev. John McDermott's gone 2 to beat 4, 6 and 1. If you are having a go here, 2 Chevy Prince in the black and white on top to beat 4, 6 and 1. Certainly in a good vein of place-getting form as Chevy Prince. Has been here before for a win and a minor placing from 3 starts, and as mentioned contested a Healesville Cup qualifier last time in Victoria over the 350 straight track, but has gone over the middle distance. In this country we call it middle distance. In Australia they call it sprints of 520 metres, 472 and 450 metres across New South Wales. Last time it was here in New South Wales was 4th back on the 11th of August over the 565 from box 1. Out to track 2 tonight for this dog's 27th start, searching for its 10th win. Now after this on trackside 1, we'll head towards the first leg of pick 6 tonight at Alexandra Park. Last night we had a $19,000 carry forward at Addington into the pick 6 week to week. Guaranteed at 40 tonight. We've got a $22,000 carry forward tonight. Last night the pool got over $85,000. What will the pool get to tonight? We'll check it prior to a start in that pick 6, which is around about 6 minutes off a start. 6 minutes until tonight's Fast Track Insurance pick 6, guaranteed at 40, but a big $22,000 carry forward. And tomorrow's pick 6 is expected to be mega. At Hastings, $300,000 guaranteed with $197,000 carried forward from last Saturday. That pool will certainly exceed that $300K on what will be a good day's racing at the Bay tomorrow. We'll head on course to the Gardens though, and we'll take in race 7. The favourite's into 270 now. It's drawn the black and white.
And Freddie's Flash, followed up by Chevy Prince, Awesome Signs, Tartong Boy and Typhoon Keb on the outside. Second line just about there. All placed away now for race number 7. They're all in. There's the green light going through. The power is on and we're ready to run here in the 7th event of the night. Ready. Away and running now, stepping out nicely towards the centre. Awesome Sign, Chevy Prince straight behind it in second place. Across from the outside, down and out of the straight, Tartung Boy. They were followed by Pine Tree, a good way back to American Muscle down the back. Getting along the inside, Freddie's Flash. Out wide was Typhoon Teb. In second last place, Bunjalung Boy. And driving to the tail of the field, Tartung Boy. Awesome Signs the leader, but not for long because Chevy Prince has got it. In third place as they travel towards the turn, American Muscle, but away goes Chevy Prince. Chevy Prince beat American Muscle, followed up by Awesome Signs, Freddie's Flash, Bunjalung Boy, followed by Typhoon Keb, Tartong Boy, and last of all was Pine Tree. The winner number 2, Chevy Prince, got behind the speedy Awesome Signs, and he got to where he likes to race. He got out a little bit down the back, but he quickly strode clear once they straighten up, and that was
2, 3, 4 and 7. Favourite Delivers was too good in the end. Managed to chase down dog number 4, Awesome Signs. Chevy Prince, 3, 10 and 170. 2, 3, 4, 7, the numbers there at the Gardens. We'll head back to Alexandra Park. Fast Track Insurance pick 6, not too far from being with us. Craig, 4 minutes to get your investments on for it. Is it a gettable pick 6 tonight?
I think it's achievable, Mark, with no doctor needed, and possibly start dreaming getting that leg down to 2. We'll go through it very quickly with you. We'll get these interviews out of the road and we'll just have a couple of minutes to have a look at the pick 6, but I think it's no anchors in pick 6 tonight, Mark, but I think there's a couple of legs we can shorten up. I think the first leg, Killer Queen and Miss Daisy, is where I'd be going. Runners 7 and 9. Let's talk to that man on screen, the driver of Miss Daisy, John Dunn. John, Miss Daisy, we haven't seen her since the Jewels. A nice 5th behind Rocker Band there. Had a couple of trials. What have we made of them?
Yeah, very nice. She barely needed the one first up, and then much proved last week at the trials. So she's forward and fit and healthy and ready to go for tonight. So and there's ability there, so that's good.
She's a mare that we know has got natural gate speed. We've seen it at the park before. The way the scratchings have come, you come in 1. Would you look to go forward?
Yeah, same thing. I sort of, from the draws, either go back or go forward. So I'll sort of go forward early and have a look, and if it doesn't plan out, well, then I can go back after that.
For the punters tonight, fitness-wise, would she be 90, 95%, or is she pretty rough ready to go?
I'd say pretty much ready to go. She's a bit like Billy Badge earlier on the night, sort of naturally fit horse, and when she turns up race day, she's normally spot on, so hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, big chance, Miss Daisy. As I say, her work's been great the last couple of weeks. She gets in this race. She's up for a bonus if she can win this race as well tonight. And John said earlier in the night this was his best of the night. So Miss Daisy, 391.90. Let's catch up with the driver of No Way Else, Kyle Marshall, and hear what he has to say. Cole, thanks for your time tonight. No Way Else, a horse you've got a great association with. You take the drive in the 4th tonight. Racing really well and appeared not to get a lot of luck last start.
Yeah, he is. He's racing quite well. Just not much luck the recent races, but Yeah, we'll probably wait till they settle and maybe pop round and get a bit handier tonight and see how he kicks on.
There's a horse that when he's gone good for you, he seems to be on the speed. Is that the case where he really needs to be up and trucking early on?
Yeah, I think he sort of likes it at the handier end at the field. Like up here, they sort of run home quite quick, and it's quite hard to do it from the back. So yeah, we'll just try get him handier, and he's feeling well and racing good, so he should be able to finish it off well.
So that's Kyle Marsh with his thoughts about No Way Else. Very keen on 9 and 7 here. Killer Queen opened $8 fixed odds at the moment, $3.80, big move on it. Miss Daisy $3.30, so 9 and 7 for me in the first leg. There's the updated at Petone leaderboard in the Kiwi Punters Challenge. In to win 990, Zidane 565, PMO 521 and 11 at 510. The rest just under their starting pool. That's Heat 5, the TAB head office at Petone for the Kiwi Punters Challenge. Now, 52,000 in pick 6 tonight. Let's have a look at leg number 2 tonight. The leg, I think, I want to go a little bit wider. I made Kill Lady the best value of the night. Open at 15 into 9 at the moment. Runner number 10. Thought Armour Blue Chip Boys racing very well. You'd need it. Wainaro Mara's drawn to follow out the leader. I believe will be number 1, Will Desire, so she'll get a run through. And Bolter in the race would be Soul Man. Worked really well on Saturday. Might be one to include for new trainer Dave Ironmonger. Tricky race, go wide there. The trot, thought Reel Me In, Majestic Ali, Lucky Fortune, Commander Paris. They're all chances in a very open trot leg. Leg number 4 tonight, I thought No Doctor Needed and Start Dreaming. A lot of people anchor No Doctor Needed, but I thought Start Dreaming. We'll hear from Sean Grayling. Very happy with the way the mare's progressed since its 2 workouts, and she is a class act. She has 15 metres head start on the favourite. I thought in leg number 5 tonight, very keen on Samaritan. If I had to anchor one tonight, that would be it. If you want some cover, Laredo Torpedo. And the trot, CK Spurs, $1.65, leave me right out of that. Can win the last, but I think you'll need a bit of cover. Precious Moment would be my top pick because it's racing well and was placed behind Sear, beaten a nose 2 starts ago. Sear's beaten them tonight. Other chances in the race, Lovely Bundy and Granado. That's a quick look at tonight's pick 6. It's up to $53,000 and climbing as we speak. Alexandra Park, all for one, leads the leaderboard there at $685. Aaron, what does it come to you? Big carry forward in the first 4 here for race number 4 tonight. CE upset them in the last. All I can say is, thank God that wasn't the first leg of pick 6, Aaron.
Yeah,
we're still going.
Dead right, like last night at Addington. Not often a trifecta jackpots here at Alexandra Park, so shows you how rough the race was previous, but good on Richard Brosnan and Ricky Allen too. The trotters starting to do things quite nicely. Sear, of course, did take its place in the Northern Trotting Derby last season, did Sear, so he's starting to get it all right, although giving punters a blood nose a couple of times in his last 3 appearances. 1, Mo Casino. Been left with Mo Casino because Full Speed Ahead and both Double Odino have been taken out, so Mo Casino from the draw. Was good off a bad draw last time when 4th. Brent Mangos will put in the 9, Killer Queen, who'll follow Mo Casino. 7, Miss Daisy. She has to be considered, although her fresh up record does concern me a touch. She's had the 4 starts fresh yet to place, so she does generally take 1 or 2 to come back to race fitness. John Dunn. And 4, Minstrel Boy. I think he's a nice bet in this race with those scratchings out now at $9.80 and $2.20. Go back a couple of starts ago, Craig. He was second in behind Mr. Euroman. His last start was in behind Bronze Over, and some pretty nice times there too. Minstrel Boy, a nice each way chance here in the 4th.
Yeah, Aaron, he's likely to go forward from barrier 4. Look for gate speed from 1, 2 and 4 in race number 4 tonight, and possibly Miss Daisy. Let's head upstairs. The first leg of pick 6. Paul over 55,000 at the moment. Good luck with your investment. The favourite Miss Daisy will start from barrier number 6 with John Dunn aboard here.
With the runners working into the lane, 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light to get our fast track insurance $40,000 guaranteed pick 6, which is blowing out to about 55,000 underway. And this the Sweet Lou at Woodlands stud, and the first out will be Minstrel Boy. Racing it early is Chevron's Easy, and Mo Casino's going to punch underneath that pair and hold them all out as Mangos at his aggressive best and will hold the front with Mo Casino. Killer Queen gets the drag through. They're followed by Better Go Hurry, who settles in midfield as they pace out to the 1800 metre mark. Back in the field, he's Novak on the outside of back the inside Strike the Gold. Back in the field then to No Way Else. Miss Daisy's been restrained, and back there with it is Major Change. So through the back straight they go, and whipping around to take the lead now is Minstrel Boy Salish Abernathy from Mo Casino, leaving Killer Queen third and parked. Back on the inside, Chevron's Easy. Better Go Hurry is in the 1-1 for the Iceman Tony Hurley as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. No Way Else slides forward out 3 wide. Then it's stablemate He's Novak 1 off, and back on the inside Strike the Gold. Miss Daisy second last, pacing on the outside of Major Change as they come to the corner. 1200 metres left to go on the Sweet Lewitt Woodland Stud pace, and the leader Minstrel Boy with an opening quarter posted in 30.9 with a lead time of 41.3. Up on the outside No Way Else now to the chair, and back on the inside Mo Casino. Killer Queen now with 1-1 cover for the final circuit. Then Chevron's Easy 3 back on the inside as they work the stables corner. Then Better Go Hurry back in the field. Strike the Gold. They're followed by He's Novak, Major Change, and Miss Daisy, the race favourite, can see them all, and a good 9 to 10 lengths off Minstrel Boy with 800 metres left to go. The second quarter, 30.2. Minstrel Boy into the back by a couple. From No Way Else, Mo Casino back on the inside. Chevron's Easy away from the markers into the 1-1. Oh, now Killer Queen. She's been retired out of the race here by David Butcher, so something's gone wrong terribly with the favourite there. She's out of the contest. Back on the inside, Strike the Gold. Then Better Go Hurry. Back on the inside, Major Change. Coming forward as He's Novak. And then Miss Daisy. Minstrel Boy with 400 left to run. Leads by a half over No Way Else. Back straight quarter in 30.1. Back on the inside, Mo Casino. He's Novak starts to slide forward around Chevron's Easy. Miss Daisy the next as they come for home. Minstrel Boy, No Way Else, 2 lengths. He's Novak. Miss Daisy getting to the outside as No Way Else goes to Minstrel Boy, who kicks hard. They're followed by Miss Daisy getting over the top of He's Novak, but No Way Else driven for home by Kyle Marshall. No Way Else too good. Second Minstrel Boy. Third He's Novak. Photo fourth. Strike the Gold, Miss Daisy. Then Chevron's Easy. They were followed Major Change, Mo Casino, Better Go Hurry. And we'll need a Stipes report to see what David Butcher reports about the favourite. That being Killer Queen. He's down from about the 700 metre mark. No Way Else, the Elsu Gelding, 2:41 the time, 28.3 the final quarter. Gets the job done nicely. Nice drive too by Kyle. Set out the back, got to the outside of Minstrel Boy with a circuit to go. And too tough in the home straight. Minstrel Boy's second. He's Novak will come back at Miss Daisy, who's just peaked on the run at the 70 metre mark. She'll just get fourth there in the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud Mobile Pace.
Official placings now in race 4, the Sweet Lewitt Woodland Stud Mobile Pace. 643 712 2. 643 712 2. Horse 6, No Way Else. paced the 2200 metres in 240.97. Mile rate at 157.7. Last 858.4. The 428.3. The margins 1 3/4 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths ahead. 6.43, 7.12.2. All official. Race 4. Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud. Mobile pace.
No Way Else, raced by TK and Mrs. A.A. Piercy. Congratulations to you. Career success 7 at start 62. Anna Donnelly, the trainer at Cambridge. Lovely drive too by Kyle Marshall in the sulky. Gets the win on No Way Else. And El Sue Black, 6-year-old gelding out of Never No Way. P. Browman was the breeder. Charlotte Mooney down there, part of the victory celebrations for Woodland Stud, home of Sweet Lou. And that 2016-17 service fee, $6,000 plus GST for the 3 times millionaire pacer. Murray Goldsworthy was also down there, part of the victory celebrations too, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club. 4 Minstrel Boy, Art Major, 7-year-old bay gelding out of Just Another Lover for second. Ms. C.M. Wig, the owner. Cherie Wig trained at Cumulus, Salish Abernathy. 3 He's Novak, El Sue Nicky's Dilemma. 4-year-old bay gelding in for third. Miss A.M. Donnelly and Mrs. B.M. Hurlston, the owners. Anna Donnelly, the trainer at Cambridge, and Scott Phelan. Totes. Number 6, No Way Else to return, $29 even and $5.40, 29 and $5.40. 4 Minstrel Boy, $2.20, $2.20. And 3 He's Novak, $5.50, $5.50. Quinella, $66.40, $66.40. Trifecta, $4,114.40, $4,114.40. And the first 4, 6, 4, 3, 7, $34,491.60, $34,491.60, and there is a slight carry forward of $344. Jackpotting through to race number 5's first 4, so the majority of that first 4 has been struck. We'll soon find out if it's one of our Kiwi punters syndicates that have managed to snare plenty of that first 4 in the Sweet Lou at Woodland Stud. Race 5, Mitavite Mobile Pace over the 2,200 metres. Put a line through Big Mac number 6. 10 Kilkeel Lady, $4.10, $1.80. He comes up the favourite. 2 Armour Blue Chip Boy, $4.91.70. 7 Turnbull, $7.80. 2.70 Janet Guthrie, number 11, $9.20 and 3. Wainaro Mara, number 9, $9.40, $1.90. Pick 6 after the first leg, 7,013.48. 7,013.48 live in pick 6.
Enough to win this race. She hasn't been great off the inside, and she does push out a touch, and that's what cost her last week from box 2. Now from box 1, with Knuckle Bump and Power Shallow next to her and no searing speed in the race, then she has a chance to push out and make her own luck here. 5 Autumn Lights will just keep on pressing on. She doesn't have great acceleration. She keeps going. And the 6th Thrilling Evie won here on Wednesday, and like the kennelmate Raging Demon, she could actually back up and win this. She's not quite as fast as she was. She's not perhaps even as strong as she was, but she gets the right posse here. She could make life interesting. To the Traps race 9, Pala Mountain Scientific Nutrition, Class 2, 520 metres, new double and the late quaddie starting here. Corborn Foxy off the inside, a par with Shiloh. Gold Rug for Autumn Lights, box number 7 for Making Time. Second line, Knuckle Bump. Kirkham Harvey, Thrilling Evie. And the outside for Black Roadstar. Corborn Foxy's a 360 favourite and 380 the book. She's taken a wee bit of laced money. Ready. Racing, Corborn Foxy, a fair breakout wide. Making Time's going hard. Kirkham Harvey closer in. Making Time gets to the lead. Gets away a couple of lengths here on Corborn Foxy. Round the outside of that there to Kirkham Harvey. Autumn Lights gets to 4th, is followed through there by Black Roadstar. Further back in the race to Thrilling Evie. Too far off them, Sozo Par with Shiloh. And Knuckle Bump Making Time by 2. Corborn Foxy starting to close now. In behind them we've got Kirkham Harvey and Autumn Lights. Further back to Thrilling Evie and Black Roadstar. Making Time will see it through from Corborn Foxy just over Autumn Lights, who finished well. followed through there by Kirkham Harvey. Black Roadstar, Thrilling Evie, a par with Shiloh and Knuckle Bump. Making Time found the lead tonight, and it's made the world of difference to her. She posts her 12th career win for local trainer Susie Kite. 30 and 36 the time. Run home 11.68. 7-1, 5 and 4. Making Time cleared Corborn Foxy. Thought across the top Foxy was close enough. Autumn Lights has just kept on pressing on to make second interesting, but she's come up short in third, and Kirkham Harvey fourth, and the others in the second division just got too far off them. 1.5 lengths ahead, and half a length have been the margins. We'll see if we can get those early sectionals up. 5.08 and 18.68. Still very, very light sort of drizzle going on at the moment. We've been very lucky not to have any heavy showers tonight. Making Time by Collision out of a leg road charm. Brian Marsh and Susie Kite. Under the cap there, that'll be Susie's dad, Fred, bringing back the winner. He's already led a winner back for himself tonight, and that was Sedgebrook Babe earlier. That is race number 9, race number 10, the Meteor OPD, or Wanganui Class 4, one Class 3 off the ballot, Lonesome Nitro. He's a Group 1 winner from the past, though. It's the first leg of the last treble. It features Timber Turtle, Our Gypsy, and some very nice dogs. And we're underway with that. Mark Cookson at 8.29.
Thank you, Rozzo. The second leg of that quaddie will be underway with Making Time taking the first leg, so you need dog number 7 to be alive, heading into that second leg, race 10. Dog 9 goes into box number 5. In that C3 and 4 graded event, dog 9 into box 5, Lonesome Nitro. 10th will kick off the TAB treble. Next up for us is race number 10 from Bendigo, meeting code number 33, and the dog number 9 goes into box 8. In this upcoming event, it'll be the next event for you to punt on trackside 1 tonight. Good to have your company as we get set for a big day again tomorrow. If you're looking for coverage of the thoroughbred action, we've got the big day at Hastings, Windsor Park Plate Day on trackside 1, along with Riccarton Park. Invercargill racing at Ascot Park, celebrating Dave McDonald's 40 years in race broadcasting. That'll be on trackside 2. 9 races throughout the day, with the first at 12.25. Gallops from Riccarton and Hastings on TS1. On TS2, it'll be harness at Ascot Park. Race 10 from Bendigo is next for us on a Friday night on trackside 1.
Sassy and Smart's holding what she wants and she's getting away. Third will go to Don't Poke the Tiger, but Sassy and Smart too good.
Everything's okay.
Volpe Veloce in the middle of the track is going to get the Castletown. Volpe Veloce.
See me fall.
Gold Rush, Sassy and Smart and what you want. Sassy and Smart going to Gold Rush.
Darling, hold my hand. Oh, won't you hold my hand?
Hawke's Bay Breeders Gold Trail Stakes tomorrow afternoon, 16 minutes past 3 o'clock. Been backed in, Volpe Veloce, $6 into $4.40, with the money too for Honey Rider, $8 into $6.50 since markets opened. We'll go into the race fresh up, both Volpe Veloce and Honey Rider from barriers 2 and 3 respectively. And that's where the money's going. Mystery shows 10 into $9.50 as well. We'll go into the race second up in the hands of Mark Duplessis. Number 11, in fact number 8 is drawn barrier 11, that's Babe. It's the second of the chances Jason Collett will ride tomorrow. He's mainly there to take the ride on Rasa Lilla in the Windsor Park Plate, but the next best of his chances, he's got a book of 5 rides. Babe will be the next best after Rasa Lilla, who's second elect in the Windsor Park Plate. Babe is at a quote of, let's get the fixed odds quote again, $26. $26. The second of Jason Collett's 5 chances. Second best of them, certainly tomorrow, his book, as he crosses the Tasman from Sydney, his base now to ride at Hawke's Bay tomorrow. The first call will be here at 10 o'clock with the team previewing our thoroughbred action from both Hawke's Bay and Riccarton. We've got race number 10 from Bendigo upcoming, almost on start time, mixed 4th and 5th grade event over the 425. 7 new levels at $3, bookmaker's favourite. Similar on the local tote which we punt into. It's been backed in now, $2.90 into $2.70. The dog drawn box 7. It's won its last 3, couple of wins at Sale and one at Warragul. They've been in either mixed 4th and 5th grades, which it finds tonight, or solid grade 5s. Similar journey as well, and similar box draw to the win at Warragul. Had box 6 there for a 4th and 5th, has box 7 tonight. Into 280 with the bookies as I speak, so it's been backed in, option 470. We can head on course. We'll link in with our caller. It's Ron Hawkswell calling the 10th at Bendigo.
Meadows tomorrow night. Dog Lotto, first of 6 weeks of Dog Lotto at the Meadows tomorrow night. Coming in now, getting set. Steve Regev on the inside, Hollywood Jones. Zara Bell, new level and 7, green light ready to go now. Bendigo race 10, they're set. Already set the racing side of move out there. Steve Regev on the inside now at the back early. Woodwin Texas plays. Going out very fast there. New level showing speed. Coming across quickly too is Dr. Yanmar. They speed into that bend, pushing through Hollywood James. And they were followed then by Lucky Tetris on the scene. Further back in the race there came Steve Regev and Zara Bella in the straight though. On the outside, Lucky Tetris, Hollywood James. It's Lucky Tetris setting the lead and going on to win it. Second spot, Hollywood Jones. They were followed further back then by Steve Regev and Pretty Boy Grig over on the outside. New level a fair way back, so too was Dr. Yanmar in company with Zara Bella. The time reading around 23.97. So stand by for numbers in race number 10. It looks like 4-3 and close for third between 1 and 2. Number 4, Lucky Tetris, the winner. 4, Lucky Tetris, the winner by DJ's Octane from Dr. Elizabeth.
It'll pay $4.30 and $1.70. Number 4, Lucky Tetris, a dog by DJ's Octane out of Dr. Elizabeth. 4-3, and I'd go 1 ahead of 2, maybe in the photo there from Bendigo. Race number 10, meeting 33. 5 minutes out from the second leg of pick 6 with the 7,013.48 live. Going into the second leg with the favourite at the moment, Craig. Armour Blue Chip Boy for this one, 340 fixed and 380 on the tote.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I thought the hardest race to analyse on the night with the scratching of Big Mac, who would have been the pre-post favourite here, Mark. This race is opened, or market and field is opened right up here. Armour Blue Chip Boy was very good last start. Doesn't possess a lot of gate speed, though, so Probably not one that you'd expect to be on the speed early. Is a bit of a sit and sprint type with one run. He gets home strongly as he did last start, so he deserves to be one of the favourites. 340 on the fixed odds, 380 on the tote. Other horses in the market at the moment. Kill Lady, $8 on the fixed odds. Was, as I say, out as long as $15 at one stage, so money has come for her. She's at $5.50 on the tote, so you're still getting far better on the fixed odds if you want to back her. And Kyle Marshall drove the winner of the last. She's a 6-win mare, very well placed in this race tonight. I mean, hasn't had a lot of luck, so she's one you want to consider. Other horses in the market, Janet Guthrie, James Stormont, $4.50 the book, $7.20 the tote, and also Turnbulls. Todd Mitchell takes the drive for Lynn and Andrew Neil at $7.90. Kyle Marshall drives for Colin Butler aboard Kill Lady. Kyle, you take the drive behind the old girl, Kill Lady. She's racing really well. This appears to be a little bit easier than what she's been racing.
Yeah, that's right. I think wherever you race her, she seems to find form. But yeah, it is a bit easier tonight. She follows out the favourite of Sean McCaffrey's horse, which hopefully rolls forward, and we should end up in a handy spot.
What have you made of your last two starts? I know 2 starts ago she looked like she probably locked wheels at the 200 metre mark, and you got going late, and there's been plenty of form coming out of that race. And last week you're in a 241 behind Acceptance, who's won 2 out of 2. So really this mare gets her chance tonight, and probably a little bit of an easier race.
Yeah, I think she does. Yeah, those first 2 runs have been quite good for her. I think she's done quite well off them. After her first run, she came through it well and improved a bit more the second run. So hopefully third time lucky.
Yeah, I put her on top, Kill Lady. I thought she follows Armed Blue Chip Boy through, which is not going to fly the gate, but should punch one off the fence, and she'll be midfield early on. She's a mare, as I said, that trialled up very well at Cambridge 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the 2 runs so far hasn't had a lot of luck in significantly better fields. 241 last week beyond Acceptance. I know the track's pretty quick, but that's a very good run, Kill Lady. She is the value in race number 5 tonight. John Dunn, he takes the drive in race number... In fact, he doesn't take the drive. Yes, he does. He takes the drive on Defy the Odds. He is actually... we're going to talk to him. Jack McKinnon takes the drive for Robert Dunn. John talks about Defy the Odds. John, Defy the Odds had a couple of runs back this time. Not an easy draw, barrier number 8. Is it just take the shortcuts?
Yeah, it will be, and hopefully can improve on the last couple. Yeah,
basically short and sweet about Defy the Odds. Understand that it's been a little bit out of form and needs a little bit of luck from the outside gate. So we'll talk to him about also the stable runner in Whitney, where Jack McKinnon will take the drive in race number 6 as well. John giving us his advice on the Dunn runners tonight, as well as his own drives. 4-3-1 and 2, 431.73, $22.61. So there's dead heat at Bendigo. The Quinellas paid $19.70. 2 trifectas, 4-3-1, $142.10, 4-3-2, $65.30. 2 first fours, 4-3-1-2, $294.40, and 4-3-2 and 1. $408.40. Got an update on the Kiwi Punters Champs too. And from Alexandra Park, same a name, 567, all for one, 555, very even at the top of the leaderboard. Serial Punters, 425, and then down to a Let It Ride at $206. So not too many in front after four races in the Kiwi Punters Challenge at Petone. Booze Up. Booze Up Loves Beauty, 1,086, in to win 940. So the Petone boys got a little bit better in their heat than they are on track here at Alexandra Park tonight. Pretty tough night though. If you're backing roughies, you'd be going okay. We've had a couple of them, including a $45 shot and a $30 shot in the first Eager Pick 6. How do we summarise race number 5 for me? Kill Lady on top. I think the value's gone at 15. She's probably rightly priced at the $7 she's at the moment. Other chances, Armour Blue Chip Boy from a nice draw. Wainaro Mara, I think number 1 Will Desires, good gate speed horse here. Expect it to get off the gate. Now Wainaro Mara's drawn right on its back. She'll get a lovely run, Nikki Chilcott. Janet Guthrie's in the mix, and the blowout here is runner number 3, Soul Man, from Graham Rogerson now to Dave Ironmonger. And for me, I thought trialled up very nicely last Saturday. If you want to play a first 4, don't leave number 3 out of the mix. Aaron's numbers, he's 11, 2 and 9 with a scratching now of number 6. Aaron, Janet Guthrie for you in race number 5.
I thought her last run was okay, Craig, Janet Guthrie, so I put her on top. That was in behind This Excuse Is Fine. That horse went a good race earlier tonight. James Stormont, Derek Ball does have to come off a second row draw. It's not the strongest field we'll see at Alexandra Park, so she's a good chance here. The 11, Janet Guthrie, 2 Armour Blue Chip Boy, made up very good ground here a couple of weeks ago. Morris McKendry. Wainaro Mara, the 9, has to be considered from the inside of the second for Nikki Chilcott, and Speak Up, not the worst in this field. Peter Ferguson for Lisa Milner. I'll put them in 11, 2, 9 and 4 here, Craig, in the 5th on the card.
Yeah, most even race tonight, Aaron, and that's why we've got a $4.10 favourite at number 2, Armour Blue Chip Boy. Goes from the 2 alley here over the 2,200 metres, is in the yellow colours of Sean McCaffrey. Morris McKendry aboard. Good luck with the investments in pick 6. Not many live after the $30 shot took out the first leg. Here's Aaron with his call on race number 4.
Yeah, thank you, Craig. With the runners coming to the start, 2 1/4 laps here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Mark Beattie and a few of his mates up in the commentary box here. Of course, Jade's Dream to Walk was race number 3 on the card here. Expect to see you up in the commentary box in the very near future, Jade. We get down to dispatch. The green light is up and they're often pacing, and Soul Man's out nicely with Speak Up. Back on the inside, Will Desire. They're followed by Armour Blue Chip Boy, Wainaro Mara. Then came Ultima Kayla as they make the turn out of the home straight. Kill Lady is the next. Benny and the Jet slipping through on the marker line. Turnbull's the next with Janet Guthrie between runners. And the last pair are going to be Stunning Shadow, and back with that, Defy the Odds. 1,800 metres left to go, and Soul Man has gone to take the lead. Leads by a couple, Will Desire. Up on the outside, Speak Up, third and parked around Wainaro Mara. In the 1-1 as they work through the back is Armour Blue Chip Boy and the Magic Man, Morris McKendry. Back over on the inside then to Benny and the Jets, and they're followed by Kill Lady as there's a play for the lead by Speak Up as they run the lead time in 44.1, and Speak Up now does take over, so Armour Blue Chip Boy will now have an attack for the top. They're followed then in midfield, Janet Guthrie. Back in the field is back on the inside, Benny and the Jets with Ultima Kayla well back. Turnbulls, Defy the Odds, Stunning Shadow the last as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. Speak Up leads from in the trail as they work to the corner. A lap and a quarter left to go is Soul Man. Armour Blue Chip Boy left park. Coming forward now is Janet Guthrie. She comes forward 3 wide with Turnbulls and also Stunning Shadow. 31-1 the opening quarter of the Mitavite Mobile Pace. Back in the field, Wainaro Mara back against the Yamaka line. Kill Lady between runners as Janet Guthrie looks for the top on the stables corner. Back in the field is Ultima Kayla, Benny and the Jets, and back with that is Defy the Odds. 850 left to go, and Speak Up, Peter Ferguson wants the lead and holds it from Janet Guthrie. Back on the inside, Soul Man, second quarter, 29.3. Coming forward out 3, Armour Blue Chip Boy around Will Desire, who's now got 1-1 cover. Wainaro Mara, all dressed up, nowhere to go. 3 back on the inside for Nikki. They're followed by Kill Lady, Benny and the Jets, Ultima Kayla. Defy the Odds, Stunning Shadow. Turnbull's back last. They get to the end of the back straight, 500 to go. Speak Up leads from Janet Guthrie. Armour Blue Chip Boy, Soul Man will wait the passing lane. Then Will Desire, Wainaro Mara. Kill Lady looking to get to the outside. 29-4 the back straight quarter. They're running some time for this class of horse, and further back Benny and the Jets. Speak Up for home from Soul Man, Janet Guthrie. Kill Lady letting down, and Wainaro Mara. Speak Up, Soul Man, Janet Guthrie's coming back, and Kill Lady, Wainaro Mara, Benny and the Jets. Ultima Kayla late down the outside. Kill Lady goes to Speak Up. Kill Lady, Speak Up. Soul Man on the passing lane, diving through now. Soul Man to blow them out from Speak Up. Photo third, Kill Lady, Ultima Kayla, Wainaro Mara. Then Benny and the Jets, Turnbull, Stunning Shadow, Defy the Odds back in the field. Janet Guthrie, Armour Blue Chip Boy and Will Desire, 243.2, 29.1, 58.5 was the half. Soul Man got the lovely run through on the inside, 34 and 750. Robert Argue gets under Speak Up. Kill Lady, dashing late. Down the outside then to pick up the fourth was going to be Ultima Kayla, number 5, and the Mitavite Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 5, the Mitavite Mobile Pace. 3, 4, 10, 5, 9, 13. 3, 4, 10, 5, 9, 13. Horse 3, Soul Man, paced the 2200 metres in 2:43.16. Mile rate of 159.3. Last 858.5. The 429.1. The margins are half neck, a neck, a neck. 3, 4, 10, 5, 9, 13. Race 5, the Mitavite Mobile Pace.
And back at the head of the field, here in the fifth after the Mitavite is number 3, Soul Man, having his first run for the Dave Iremunga team tonight. Makes it a winning one. Ms. A. Pidwell, the new owner, congratulations to you. And at another big price on the night, Soul Man, Real Desire, Chestnut 6-year-old gelding at a Falcona, career win 2 at start 24. And does it in pretty good fashion in the end after getting that lovely run in the trail. Dave Iremunga, as I mentioned, was the trainer out of Morrinsville, and Robert Argue doing the driving. M.T. Martin, the breeder of the Real Desire, Chestnut 6-year-old gelding. And down there, part of the victory celebrations was Peter Mayer, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club. 4, Speak Up. The big dog, 8-year-old brown gelding out of Sheeza Holmes for seconds. C and Mrs. L. Bray and Miss L.S. Milner, the owners. Lisa Milner trained at Cumu. Peter Ferguson. 10, Kilkeel Lady, Sutter Hanover brown, 7-year-old mare out of Miss Abigail. CF along with AJ and Mrs. D.M. Greaves, the owners. Colin Butler trained at Cambridge. Kyle Marshall. Well, punters in the punters championship heat here tonight. You didn't think you were going to get it easy at Alexandra Park, did you? Soul Man, $34.30 and $7.50. $34.30 and $7.50. 4, Speak Up, $5.40, $5.40. 10, Kilkeel Lady, $2.60, $2.60. Quinella, $124, $124. Trifecta, $4,422.90. $4,422.90. And boy, I'd have to go back through the record books here at Alexandra Park, but I don't think we've ever seen a countback double on a winner. So we're paying first and now second in the double. So first leg of the double, that being a No Way Else, and To Speak Up, $183.20, $183.20. I've heard of concessions jackpotting to the third runner. And we got one here too with 6 and 10, Kilkeel Lady at $52.30, $52.30. First 4 wasn't struck, so the first 4 jackpot is $7,333. The quaddie, 2, 6, 6 and 3, $15,097.70, $15,097.70. So we'll chuck another $12,984 on top of the $40,000 bonus in the late quaddie. So we'll be playing for a big pool now in the final quaddie on the night. Race number 6 on the card. Let's move forward. See if we can get a favourite home in the feature trot. Peg as a spur, 10 to closes, 14 October, trot 2200 to open the late quaddie and also the next double. And no scratchings. Reel Me In number 8, 380 and 250 is your favourite. 1 Hot Chocolate Tart, 570 and 2, 610 and $2 Majestic Ali number 4, 6 and $1.90 about Lucky Fortune the 7, 830 and 280 Monet number 9. The feature trot coming our way at 8:46 in 18 minutes time. Good luck with your bets there. That'll open that final quaddie. Pick 6. Did we get an update on pick 6? We did. There are 136.69. 136
once. You'd think she's going to be right in the thick of it. Can she match the turtle? The 8-dog Docker was really good here last week, dashing into second in a Class 4 race behind Kirkham Webby. Ran past Sedgebrook Magic. I was surprised Sedgebrook Magic was shorter earlier today. Docker's trimmed up a point, Sedgebrook Magic has eased. Sedgebrook Magic ran a solid enough third off box 7 last week, but Docker made up many lengths on him. Got up for second, Sedgebrook Magic was third into that same race. Now he's had a miss at Mana with 2 box 1, has Docker, and I know he got his win across there, but based on last week's performance, I'm not too concerned about that Manawatu miss in Timid Turtle's race on Monday. And there's Sedgebrook Magic, the brother to Sedgebrook Babe, who won earlier for Fred Kite. 6 Dog Ready-Made Size, one of the 4 for the Aherns here. Just a little bit hard to get a line on at the moment. Her best run's been over 645 metres behind Phantom Way. 2 starts back. She's been beginning poorly over the 520 metres. She has run as fast as 30.03 here, but she hasn't been in that shape of late. 4 From Grace has only won 1 from 9 this course and distance. It was a heat of the breeders, but only in a 30.55, and that seems to be about her on her recent form. Absent-minded, on her form overall, I should say, over this trip. And Absent-Minded is down on his game, but he will appreciate racing just Class 4s and not the Class 4s and 5s all the time. He's pretty good on top of his game. To the boxes, race 10, Meteor OPD Wanganui. Our Gypsy off the inside, Absent-Minded in box 3. Lonesome Nitro, the 9 into the 5, and box number 7, Sedgebrook Magic. Timid Turtle favourite, then 4 From Grace, Ready-Made Size and Docker, and we're ready to run. Racing, Timid Turtle slow out, Gypsy bound straight to the lead, Lonesome Nitro goes out after it, then Absent-Minded, Timid Turtle trying to punch through along the inside. Just beside those runners there, we've got 4 From Grace, and out wider on the track is Docker, who's getting into a handy enough position. Getting back in the pack now was Ready-Made Size, and right back to last, Sedgebrook Magic. Lonesome Nitro found the lead. Round the outside, we've got going to the lead now is Absent-Minded. Docker's coming around the outside. Also running into the finish here is 4 From Grace. In front, Absent-Minded runs away to score from 4 From Grace and our Gypsy. Docker out wider than Timid Turtle. Further back to Lonesome Nitro. He's gone from 1st to 6th in about 150 metres. Ready-Made Size and Sedgebrook Magic at the back. What a curious race, but number 3, Absent-Minded, has got an overdue win for Craig Randall and Lisa Ahern. It's win 10 in its career. 4 From Grace into second. Our Gypsy third, who jumped very well. Docker fourth, seemed to be in a perfect posse. 30 and 31. Run home 11.57. Timid Turtle, never a winning prospect off the break. In a race of changing fortunes where Lonesome Nitro was in front coming off the back and has run 6th. Or thereabouts. Honours with Absent-Minded by Yellow Mustard out of Ocotillo. As I say, Craig Randall, Lisa Ahern, win 10 at start number 58. In a race of changing fortunes, 4 From Grace came with him. Then our Gypsy, who off the break you'd think would be a strong winning chance, and Docker was in a really handy position at the first bend, didn't really seem to finish off like last week, but they're racing in tight quarters, 5 seconds for a lead up. 18.74 to the back mark, 11.57 run home. They did the work early, and Absent-Minded's a strong finisher. That is race number 10. 2 3/4 ahead, 1 1/4 if I didn't mention it. Race 11, Liquorland Wanganui Class 3, 305 metres. First leg of the last double, 9 and 10 come out, and run away with that. Market at 8.57. Not quite Alexandra Park dividends here, but a big first 4 nonetheless.
Yeah, it's been a tough night tonight there at Alexandra Park. Hearing through from Tom Wood, who's hosting the Kiwi Punters Champs Heat in Petone, that not a single team made a collect on that previous race at the park. Here, Absent-Minded, 9.70 and 2.10, 4 From Grace, 2.30, 1 Our Gypsy, 1.80, 3-4 Quinella, 41.30, 3-4-1 Trifecta, 205.70, first 4, 2,194.50. 3, 4, 1 and 8, 7 and 3 double, $63, 7 4 concession, $16.80. I'm assuming that no one punted Soul Man anyway, who came into that race fresh up the previous at Alex Park. Not sure of the place getters, but certainly no one on Soul Man in Petone at the Kiwi Punters Champs. That big quaddie not too far away. This 11th race from Hatrick, as Mark mentioned, 3 minutes to 9. Tough leg. 1 Kirkham Jacks at 380, 480 for As a Cash Queen, the ex-Aussie. Been here a wee while now. 480 on fixed odds for that Matt Roberts trained runner, and 5s for number 6 Allegro Lass. Off the back of that race, race number 11, we'll have a quick thought or two from Mark Rosanowski ahead of Sunday's running of the Waterloo Cup. The big final off the back of the 4 heats, 2 at Auckland, last Sunday, and next the heats at Christchurch last Thursday, and also the Whanganui heat this time last week. Yeah, it's certainly been a tough night for the Kiwi Punters Championships. Yeah, 3 or 4 collects on some of those earlier roughies that were getting home, but no one collecting on the previous race with Soulman and Petone. So plenty coming up tonight. We've got the big quaddie coming up at Alexandra Park. We'll take a look towards Sunday's Waterloo Cup final with Mark Rosanowski, and live racing still to come. We're 5 minutes off our next live. It's race number 9 from Ipswich.
This August and September, be in for your share of 8
Up on the outside, LA Eagle and Ryan Mark running on latest at them. Ryan Mark going to LA Eagle. Ryan Mark's just in front.
And if you feel you're sinking, I want you.
Great line up here. Marky Mark's got the lead from Rakento's trying hard. Our Rocky's flying late, but it's Marky Mark's day. Shut the gate, they won't get Miss Appleton though. She's led all the way in the first on the carnival, and Miss Appleton.
And I hope you know I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline.
Feature racing coming up tomorrow at Hastings. Option 405 on tomorrow's 9-race card. Nice little race this one. All in single figures with the TAB bookmakers in Petone. You've got Ryan Mark at $3.20 on the option of 405. Silver Eclipse at 5s. $6.50 for Riley Lincoln and Marky Mark. Couple going in fresh in Silver Eclipse and Marky Mark. The rest coming in with a bit of a race day form, including from the first day of the Hawke's Bay Carnival. Ellerslie winner last time to the races was Elitist. It's looking for 3 on the trot. Appleton's going to be carrying the 50 kilos with Holly Andrew on board, 3 kilos off, and did notice as well the other apprentices being used who are at the top of their game at the moment. Tim Johnson, 3 kilos off Ryan Mark, will carry 57. Sam Weatherly on Jenna Hart from Barrier 1 will carry the 52.5 kilos. Going into the race at its 5th run this prep. That'll be race number 5, the Red Shaw Memorial, 1200 metres at 2:38. Big Pick 6, which will start on race number 4 there at Hastings, 2:05. 2 for the Fast Track Insurance. $300,000 pick 6, expected to go well beyond that with 197,000 carried forward. Fast Track Insurance pick 6, race 4 tomorrow, 2:05. Don't be surprised if we get towards the $500,000 mark. We are on start time for race number 9 here at Ipswich. 2 Gnarly Girls on top for Matt Nichols. That is the favourite, 220 with the bookies, 230 the tote. 1 Stilton Haley's at 350 compared to 360 on fixed odds. About to head to Dean Jones for his description of the 9th. He's gone 2, 7, 1 and 4. 2 to beat 7, 1 and 4. We can join the call.
Karma. That's... Greyhounds are about the box now. The Sky Channel join us. Thank you, Greg. Gnarly Girl's the 250 favourite, but Stilton Haley, as you pointed out, has been well supported into 270. There's a big tip around track for Stilton Haley, and the betting suggests that it's into 270. Gnarly Girl's 250 favourite, and they're the only pair in single figures. $10 on your bends on the third line. If you like one at odds, Global DJ at the $13 is good value. One here well last start. And Ed and Magic Kitchen have won the most races, but 1 and 2 are the favourites here. Set. Racing, Stilton Haley missed it. Gnarly Girl races straight to the lead and put 3 on them earlier. From Max Wedge, who gets to second. On your bends was third, then followed by Stilton Haley. Well back in the field was Global DJ. The last 3 runners were Kilty Jack, along with Spring Twig and Magic Kitchen to the bend. And it's still Gnarly Girl by 3. Max Wedge in second spot, then followed by On Your Bends and Stilton Haley. But Gnarly Girl all the way wins by 3. Second Max Wedge, and third was On Your Bends with Stilton Haley in fourth. Then we had Global DJ, Kilty Jack, Magic Kitchener, and Spring Twig was last, and the time was in 25 flat. Two Gnarly Girl, the winner. Two, 8, 3 and 1.
So there are your numbers from the showgrounds, 2, 8, 3 and 1. $2.40 and $1.30 for the winner, Gnarly Girl. Too good for them. Started favourite. Makes it win 6 at start number 17. Dividends to follow as we're inside 5 minutes from the first leg of what's going to be quite a huge quaddie with a carry forward of 12,000. It is guaranteed at 40 though, but that carry forward of cash should help us out there, and we'll try and get back on track with favourites. Craig Thompson hearing through from Tom Wood. They're hosting the Kiwi Punters Champs Petone Heat. No one got a collect on the previous race on the program, but they'll pick themselves up and have a go on this one here.
Hearing through from Matt Markham on track here at Alexandra Park. Someone did back the winner in the Kiwi Punters Champs, Mark, sole man to win. So I'm predicting they'll move up considerably up the board. We'll get an update on where they are very, very shortly. Favourite here is Reel Me In, 250 on the book, 380 the tote. Very good last start, Reel Me In, but that was a mobile. He drops back to a stand now, and he is off 20 metres over 2,200 metres. So manners are the key with him. His run behind One Over the Moon had a lot of merit last start, and if we can replicate that run with a good beginning, he's right in the mix here. But 250, too short for me. The 380 is about right for a horse that starts off the 20-metre handicap over the 2,200 metres. Other horses in the market, definitely number 7, Lucky Fortune. The distance will suit him. He's been in great form, of course. He's won his last 2 starts over Little Bro and Majestic Ali. Manners have been good lately, and of course he's only off the 10-metre handicap tonight, so he begins quickly. He'll be on the speed. Lucky Fortune, 580. The horse that I did like was 4 Majestic Ali. Now, she opened at $13 into 8, 680 on the tote. Hasn't run a bad race in the last 6 starts, including races behind Lucky Fortune and One Over the Moon, where she hasn't actually been that well placed. Tonight, she's off the front. The others give her a handicap. She's not quick away, but she is safe, Majestic Ali, so she is certainly a chance in race number 6. We'll talk to Kyle Marshall about Charlemagne. Of course, those colours were placed in the last with Kill Kill Lady. Kyle, the old boy Charlemagne, I know he's 9, but I don't think he knows it at the moment. He seems to be racing in great form and great fettle. 2,200 metres tonight with a couple of the favourites off handicaps. Is it a chance for him to get some money?
I think it is a chance. He's a Jules winner, and he's a lovely horse to drive. But if we get the right run, I see him finishing top 5. The Mobile last week, he sort of tried to go a bit too quick out the gate, and probably had a bit of gallop, but did well to finish where he did.
Tonight, we thinking trifecta chance. Definitely put him in for the viewers out there.
I think so. Yeah, he's a horse that's just waiting for the right run.
So that's Kyle Marshall with his thoughts about Charlemagne. I think he's racing really well. I think give him a great chance to run in the mix here. There might be a delay, Mark, in race number 6 tonight. The ambulance on track at the moment. Understand someone a little bit ill up in the members stand here, and we've got another ambulance on the way to the track. So might be a slight delay for race number 6, as we see on screen at the moment. Ambulance in the birdcage at the moment. John Dunn, of course, stable rep here with the Robert Dunn team with Whitney. Jack McKinnon takes to drive. This is John's thoughts about the mare in race number 6. John Whitney, Jack McKinnon takes to drive as he does in the prior race behind Defy the Odds. But is her fitness just about thereabouts for Assumption tonight?
She'll be already one that will be needing the run. She's sort of a good gross doing mare, and so she'll definitely benefit from tonight's outing.
So John thought about Whitney tonight, $22 shot, second outsider of the field, had a run at the workouts last week. John thought may need the run tonight, Whitney off the front. Of course, we're down to 130 odd live in pick 6 tonight, two $30 shots, taking out the first 2 legs. Get involved in that quaddie. Not only is it 40,000 guaranteed, there was a significant carry forward from the first quaddie tonight going into the second quaddie. We might get an update on that quaddie if we can to see if it's where we're up to quaddie wise, where the pool is at the moment for race number 6 tonight. Other chances in this race at 42,500. I'm hearing through my ear, so with the delay we could be getting up well over $50,000 for the first leg of the quaddie tonight. Here's a syndicate update for the punters, Kiwi Punters Champs at Wellington. Petone 946 leads the Interwin Syndicate at 840. Zidane on 400. PMO 397, and down to Laurel and Hardy at 260. So the update there, 946 leading at Alexandra Park, where the Fox hat has improved to $765. Same name 567. And all for one, 505. Now, with a starting pool of $500, it shows you how hard it is tonight just to be in front, with both syndicates leading under $1,000. Where the Fox hat 765 leads at Alexandra Park over Say My Name. Aaron White's numbers in race number 6. We might head upstairs and catch Aaron with his thoughts on race 6 tonight. He's 8, 10, 7 and 9. 8, 10, 7 and 9. He's got Real Men on top, the favourite. Aaron starts the quaddie, and decent quaddie pool tonight. At this stage it's approaching 45,000.
Yeah, it certainly is, and should get up to a nice number too, Craig, with that bonus money coming through from that first quaddie, so up to 71,000 they're telling me now, so certainly getting up to a nice number. Real Man, I thought he was very good last time in behind One Over the Moon over the 1,700 metres. Tonight's sprint trip will certainly help. He just needs to step and be clean in his action throughout. Philip Butcher, Matthew Pemberton. 10 Cool Cobber, tough ask over the 2,200 off a 30-metre handicap with a few speedy ones in front, but if he was to do everything right, this is the sort of race that he'll just grind away in, and he can certainly get some. Lucky Fortune won the feature trot here a couple of weeks ago in great fashion, and Monet, a new runner for the Michelle Wallace and Bernie Hackett team, scored well at the workouts last Saturday. Tony Hurley doing the driving. Intriguing race, 2,200 metres our feature trot. I put them in 8 Real Men. I did make him my bet of the night to beat 10, 7 and 9 here. And the Peckers a spur, 10 to close as 14 October trots.
Thanks, Aaron. Of course, harness racing will continue tomorrow. They race at Invercargill and, of course, Methven on Sunday afternoon. Great program at Methven. Of course, only 4 weeks away from Methven Cup Day there at Methven. Of course, they'll have their punter of the year competition at Methven like they do every year. I think they falls on the 15th of October this year at Methven, but they race on Sunday there. They've had workouts there in the last 2 weeks. And the first at Methven on Sunday afternoon is at 12:15. Methven Sunday, Invercargill tomorrow. Harness racing continues over the weekend. Red lights on here at Alexandra Park. I'm not sure how far away we are for the first leg of that quaddie. First four understands at $44,000, and the quaddie's still climbing over $70,000 at the moment, so $74,000. So well worth playing into. You've got time as this ambulance is still getting around to the starting point at the moment. Later on tomorrow, we've got trials at Franklin, and interesting runners there at Franklin tomorrow afternoon. Huey Green goes round there in heat number 5, along with Ali Ante. Of course, Huey Green, he's going to line up here in a fortnight for the big race here at Alexandra Park, the Spring Cup, and then he'll head towards the Holmes DG. So he'll go in tomorrow afternoon at Franklin. Huey Green along with Ali Ante in that heat. Robbie Burns, Joe's Dream and God's Delight. Wanganui Dogs hard on the back of this race at Alexandra Park as the ambulance leaves the birdcage at the moment. We're only about 6-7 minutes away from Wanganui, so this trot will take around about 2 minutes 50 to run over the 2200 stand. Kirkham Jack, the favourite from the inside, 380 at Wanganui for race number 11. Mark Rosanowski will bring you the action hard off the back here at Alexandra Park, where we're in about 4 minutes in delay with that ambulance just arriving on track at the moment. So hopefully we'll get this race underway very, very shortly. Sad news during the week too. Might get a chance to mention the passing last night of Austin Williams, Canterbury trainer. Of course, the father of Karen, Andrea and Bronwyn, passed away last night. So condolences to the Williams family. Of course, the father-in-law of Greg as well. Austin Williams, of course, Canterbury trainer. Very, very sad news. Passed away last night. Had some very nice horses, including Falconeer, Lucky Rebel, Lucky Willie, Dat My Mulligan, which I think won about 7 races. So to the Williams family, condolences from all the harness racing fraternity. Very, very sad news. Passing of Austin Williams last night. Aaron White might head upstairs to you for race number 6 tonight. The ambulance just heading onto the track at the moment. Aaron, late quaddie, thoughts tonight? Any anchors?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it, through the late quaddie? Well, it's been a tough night already tonight, and yeah, well, no doctor needed. He's off that 35-metre back mark. I, like you, I think I'd want to maybe go a wee bit longer in that leg too, with the Start Dreaming in there. Set and ready for our feature trot. The Peakers of Spur tender closes 14 October. Over the 2,200 metres, and the barrier strands do release, and they're down and trotting. Now, Hot Chocolate Tart is blowing the start here. Now, Lucky Fortune's also gone up in the year in the early stages. All that pressure coming from the commentary box with the team that I've currently got here, all on Lucky Fortune. Not surprising he galloped at the start and will settle back second last. The first out is Gintara's. From on the outside, Whitney for second. Back on the inside, Commander Paris. Now off stride in the early stages, Majestic Ali, Hot Chocolate Tart and Charlemagne get around that. Now a couple of gallopers up ahead here too. Whitney's gone off stride, also Commander Paris. So Gintara's been left in front by 8 lengths here. Commander Paris back to second. Whitney's back down and trotting, but Hot Chocolate Tart's gone underneath her. They're followed by Charlemagne and then Real Me. Monet is the next. They're followed by Lucky Fortune. Further back in the field then to Cool Cobber. And the last now on settling down was Majestic Ali in a lead time of 48.3. So no loitering, and Richard Brosnan out in front here with Gintara's. Leads away by 3.5 over Commander Paris. The Wizard Todd Mitchell with the lovely run second, and then Hot Chocolate Tart third. Whitney fourth and parked around Charlemagne and Real Me and Philip Butcher getting a beautiful 1-1 seat. Soon to be 3 back in the running line as Hot Chocolate Tart just springs away from the markers. The opening quarter 33.2. Now Real Me In looks to come forward out 3. They're followed by Monet and Lucky Fortune, and further back in the field to Cool Cobber, and beaten off with another gallop Majestic Ali. Judge Bell 1 to go, and Gintara is striding along with purpose in front. The Great Success gelding onto the stables corner final time. Real Me In right there. Commander Paris, Hot Chocolate Tart 1-1. Charlemagne 3 back on the inside. inside. Whitney to its outside. 2 lengths Monet. Lucky Fortune. Cool Cobber. Second quarter 30.9 and No Chance Majestic Ali. Pegasus Spur 10 to closes. 14 October Trot. Jintar has been pressured heavily now by Real Me In, who's flicking the ears back and forward up on the outside. Back on the inside Commander Paris. Hot Chocolate Tart with a lovely 1-1 smother. Back on the inside then to Charlemagne. All dressed up, nowhere to go. 3 back the inside for Kyle Marshall. They're followed by Whitney. Monet looks to take off. Cool Cobber, Lucky Fortune. 400 to go. Reel Me In does just that now to Jintaras. 29 and 7 the back straight quarter. Hot Chocolate Tart to come off the back of Reel Me In, and they're followed by Commander Paris and Whitney. And Monet out wide, homeward bound. Reel Me In. Philip Butcher goes for him now. He puts 2 lengths up on Hot Chocolate Tart. Charlemagne dashing on the passing lane. Whitney's coming through. Reel Me In's in front. 50 to go. Reel Me In. He's getting leg weary, but he's back in winning business tonight. Reel Me In. Oh, they line up for second. Throw on the inside Charlemagne, and right out wide Cool Cobber, and between them was Hot Chocolate Tart. I think that's the way they've hit it for second, third and fourth. They were followed then by Monet and Whitney. Jintara's Lucky Fortune back in the field. Commander Paris and Majestic Ali. 350.9 off the front. We'll trim it up with the handicap. 28.6 was the final quarter. Great to see him back in winning form. Reel Me In. Real Desire 8-year-old out of Colour Me In for the Splash Out Syndicate. Philip Butcher and Matthew Pemberton put him in the race, got him on the outside of the speed, and he'd been pretty brutal in the home straight too. Philip looked like he was getting leg weary. I think he's wanting to stop and wait for the rest of them. Gets down to the line, pricks the ears for the photo. Very tight second. Charlemagne, Cool Cobber and Hot Chocolate Tart between those will be the fourth in the Pegasus Spur. 10 to closes, 14 October Trots.
Official placings, race 6. The Pegasus Spur 10 to closes on the 14th of October handicap trot. 8, 5, 10, 1, 9, 3. 8, 5, 10, 1, 9, 3. Horse 8, Reel Me In, trotted the 2200 metres from a stand and a handicap and a net time of 249.4. It's a mile rate of 23.9. Last 858.4. The 428.6. The margins 1.5 lengths, a nose, a half head. 8, 5, 10, 1, 9, 3. All official race 6. The Pegasus Spur tender closes on the 14th of October trot.
Great to see him back in winning form. Reel Me In for the Splash Out Syndicate, the owners and breeders of the Real Desire 8-year-old bay gelding out of Colour Me In. Matthew Pemberton, the preparer at Patamaui, I should say, and Philip Butcher back into the winners enclosure after the sixth on the card. Charlotte Mooney down there, part of the victory celebrations. Reel Me In liking to be back into the winners circle there too, putting on a nice show. Roger Barnes, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, down there, part of the victory celebrations. It is career success 11 tonight there for Reel Me In at start 66. 5 Charlemagne, Earl Lady Odette, Brown 9-year-old gelding, CJ Butler, estate of Mrs. R.M. Butler, the owners, Colin Butler, trained at Cambridge, and Kyle Marshall. 10 Cool Cobber, Pegasus Spur, Cool Maiden, 9-year-old bay gelding, KC Baines, along with Mrs. J.L. Baines, the owners, Derek Ball, the trainer-driver out of Pukekohe. The totes will show Reel Me In, number 8, to return $3.50 and $1.50, $3.50 and $1.50. 5 Charlemagne, $4.20, $4.20, and 10 Cool Cobber, $2.90, $2.90. Quinella, $30.70, $30.70. Trifecta 437 even, 437. And the first four, 2,832.50, 2,832.50. 6, 3 and 8 in the middle treble. No Way Else, Soul Man, and Now Reel Me In, $3,762.60, $3,762.60. Now, a quick look in on that quaddie pool for you. It closed up at 78,291. Pick 6, there are 43.92 live, 43.92 live in pick 6 as we go to the feature pace on the card tonight. As race 7 to open the final treble. Sims Pacific Metals, handicap pace over the 2,700 metres. Zach Maguire, number 1 at 592.10, first home at 18 and 4, 3 Ideal Bells, 692.60. Start Dreaming the 4, 380 and 2, 35 Little Rascal, 994.30. No Doctor Needed, number 6, 210 and $1.50. Feature pace in 16 minutes time at 16 after 9.
Then we would have had Allegro Lass, Corborn George, Scodelario, and towards the back was Cape Martin, Big Time Rain, 1761, 1063 run home, 8, 1, 4 and 6. Funky Freddy delivers off the 8. He's had a few cracks, and he's done it tonight. He's managed to clear them. Got around the outside of As a Cash Queen, who's gone boldly fresh. Allegro Lass in for another minor placing there, centre track. Fourth placing. Kirkham Jack, of course, home in second. Thrill on the inside, getting the run through under As a Cash Queen. But Honour's the winner for sure. Funky Freddy for Wendy Kite. It's win 11 start 46. By Sergio at a Stately Babe, a brother to Sedgebrook Babe, raced by Wendy's father, Fred, and of course Wendy's sister, Fred's daughter, Susie, also won with Making Time. So a great night for the Kite family. Not sure if they've all won races in the one night or day before, I don't know, but it's a pretty remarkable feat. Funky Freddy has landed this career win 11 for him. 1.5 lengths, half a length, 3.5 lengths have been the margins. 6.98 lead up. Funky Freddy from the outside. That's the 11th race, number 12. Book your function at Hatrick Class 3 Sprint. 9 and 10 are out. And Mark, we complete the night here at 9:27, but we're going to talk Waterloo Cup shortly.
Sure will, Rosso. You'll be there on Sunday with Liz Whelan on track. There's a look at that 12th. 350 number 1 Big Time Runnings, 5 Scooters Rose at $3.50. Equal favourites in our first leg and last leg of the quaddie, being the tougher legs according to Rosso, and that market reflects this. Class 3 sprint over the 305 coming up fairly shortly, 27 minutes after 9 o'clock for the last race tonight. And yes, we turn our attention to Sunday with the Waterloo Cup, a precious invite to Sandown Park for a heat of the Melbourne Cup is on offer. Dinah